Nobody's gonna want to watch us. They're just gonna want to look at your feet. Welcome to another episode of Much to Do About Nothing. I almost said the wrong show. Welcome to, I think this is episode 6. I think episode 3 was the last one I was on. So you guys did 4 or 5, and then I came back and did 6.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, relax.
Have I been on more than you? I'm like, I don't know. I might be president now.
I don't think that's how that works. All right. So, welcome to another episode. We got Joelle here, Trayvon, Jamie. What's up, Jamie?
You know, I'm doing all right. Y'all see some things are different here. I pulled a muscle in my leg.
Oh.
I'm trying to elevate my leg. Elevated. It has been feeling a little better, but if anybody knows who doctors in the New York area, let me know. I feel like I won't need one. I'll be okay. But yeah, that's the reason for sitting on the couch.
We'll go with that. Sure. Okay. All right. So
I'm like, what is going on?
You know, something light.
I don't know how to explain what we're seeing, but it's happening. All right, so obviously you guys know this topic has been going around for like the last year, but it got brought back more recently. Everyone wants to know, could 100 humans successfully defeat one
that's
gorilla?
what it's about.
I will 100% always say yes. 100 people can defeat a gorilla, 1,000%. And for you people out there that are going, Juwan's just full of shit, that gorilla would easily beat 100 people. I have in my hand some proof as to why the human race will stand a chance. Give me 1 second while I pull it up. So, this is from a wildlife biologist. On average, a male silverback weighs in at around 300 to 400 pounds. Largest ever, almost 600. Still massive, and is probably around 4 to 5 times stronger than the average man who works out. So we're definitely taking casualties. But this isn't enough to just rip apart every man instantaneously before a couple of guys on each limb are able to restrain him. I think 30 to 40 men would probably be enough to take on an average silverback, and that's all assuming he has a instinctual bloodlust rather than fleeing from large group of aggressors like any wild animal. So, thank you, Caleb, wildlife biologist. 100 people can get it done. Now, will at least 40 of you not make it home to your families? 1,000%. But the rest of us will create a legacy that will live forever. So you're welcome. Anyone that was wondering, you're welcome. There you are. Now, I will say this. If this is like a Royal Rumble, I'm number 100. I ain't with that first 30 to 40. I'm number 100, so that way I guarantee to at least watch 99 of y'all die, so I can figure out what the hell I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying?
If you watch 99 of them die, you're definitely going to die.
No. I'm out of there by at least 86. 86, and I'm like, yeah, fuck that. We can't do this. 86 is my heart out. 86 is my heart out.
If it's 100 one by one, they're all dying.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I trust the
bio.
Listen,
I mean, they're coming one in every like a whole minute before another one comes out. They're all dying.
I'm just saying. No. There is a point where. No, Joel. Be fair. There is a point. There is a point of the Royal Rumble.
It's not working out.
That's fair, but there is a point in the Royal Rumble where at least 18 people are in the ring at one time.
That's because they're not killing people. This gorilla is going to kill you.
You don't know?
Fight him.
Look, you're saying that as Joel. Caleb is a wildlife biologist and says we got a chance. I'm going with Caleb.
If it's 100 people all at once, yeah, you have a chance.
All right, so then there we go. All right, so fuck a Royal Rumble. We're going all at once. We're going all at once. We're going all at once, and I nominate Trayvon to be number 15.
You're a damn lie. I'm not in this.
Number 15. Trayvon's number 15.
I'm absolutely off to the side watching.
No, that monkey can't tell a spectator from an aggressor. He killing everybody.
I'm far away watching. I have great vision. I'm good. I'll be very far away. What's going on?
You guys enjoy yourselves.
I can tell you this right now.
I'm not helping.
I believe this question was brought up because Planet of the Apes is coming sooner rather than later in real life. So I've been watching Tarzan. I've been preparing. I'm ready. I'll blend in this motherfucker. I don't care. I'm ready. I'm hearing what Caleb is saying in case we need to, stop a silverback.
I mean, if that start happening, I'll just go off myself first. I ain't got time.
That is crazy. What?
y'all
you don't even know that he wants to kill you.
I have all that.
Now,
I'm good.
Now, L'Oreal is asking me where did Caleb get his degree from. That's none of your business. Just know he has a degree. All right? Yeah, none of your business. Mind your business. Do that. Mind your business. Mind the business that pays you. We just got to get it tired. If we could do a group of 10 and we can alternate like every 5 minutes, we got to work together and slow it down. It's possible.
Have fun.
Yeah, there's definitely a variety of ways to do it.
It's possible. Now, look, knowing my luck, right, we would get the one silverback that's like the King Kong of all silverbacks. And that motherfucker would just kill everyone. But if we're getting a regular silverback, man, we mopping the floor with that fucking silverback, bro. I'm not scared. I mean, I'm coming in at 100, but I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all.
We got to see the men that are going to this thing.
Bro, I'm calling Brock Lesnar, Mark Henry, Bobby Lashley, Aaron Donald, Lawrence Taylor. I'm bringing him out of retirement. Lawrence Taylor's going to come out. Let me think. The Dallas Cowboys offensive line. We can bring out some dogs now. Don't rule out humanity. Don't easily go inside with the monkeys. That's how Planet of the Apes happened. Don't bend the knee yet, bro.
They're apes. They're not monkeys.
We need at least. Wait. Now let me ask you this: if we're fighting this silverback, do we get like 10 days to prepare? Because like, if 100 of us train with Jackie Chan, Jason Statham, you know what I'm saying? If we train with some of the elite martial artists, we can throw some kicks and shit. We can confuse the silverback. You never know. We can confuse him.
This is what happens. This is happening to people that's out in nature. I'm a person that does not go in nature, so y'all can have fun outside. I'm in my house.
All right, but what if this silverback decides he wants your house?
I guess I'm off myself. I don't know. I ain't got time.
Why are you so quick to do that?
I'm not doing that. I'm not dealing with none of that.
Give him the house. You don't kill yourself.
I know.
Bro, all right. So we now know if war ever breaks out in a global scale, we can't let Trayvon hold any weapons. None.
No.
The first shot that goes off, you just see Trayvon with the knife. No, Trayvon, stop! It was a firework. It wasn't even a gunshot.
It hasn't started
like,
yet.
God damn, man, relax. It's like, no, I'm gonna do it. No, calm down. You got this. My God, this man just jumped to. No, I'm done. I'm gone. It's like, damn. No, you pop in like a summoning.
I don't need no more.
The gorilla gonna be ripping limbs off. You guys say that, but it's. Exactly. I want to remind you guys. People say that, but I don't know of many tapes of gorilla. I know of monkeys ripping faces off. I ain't seen that many footages of monkeys ripping limbs off.
You think it can't?
No, I'm just saying if it could happen, it would have happened at a large rate.
It's not like people jump gorillas often. It's not.
All I'm saying is, I've seen a lady's face
because they know better to fuck with a gorilla.
I feel like that would be harder to do than rip a limb off. You got to rip a lot of like fat.
No, to rip someone's face off? No, that's way easier to. You have to imagine.
Like a Barbie doll.
I'll say this, and I'm not comparing it because obviously it's fantasy. But when you watch Mortal Kombat, you notice they don't just boom, and rip someone in half, they show you like it ripping and pulling them. It's a lot harder process than like all of a sudden you just rip someone in it. Like it's not like Goku ripping you in half. That gorilla's gonna have to take time to actually pull and extend you out to actually rip your limbs
The
off.
gorillas are much stronger than humans, though.
No, much stronger, but it's still not a simple process.
I'm not saying it's simple. I'm just saying it's possible.
All it takes is for it to pull your arm out your socket. You ain't fighting with that arm anymore, and then bam, it's gonna finish the job.
No, once that person's gone, we sub in a new one.
Ripping your arm off.
We sub in a new one.
That's what he's doing.
Have you seen a video of dudes struggling to get away from an orangutan? A gorilla's. Yeah, but a gorilla's not as fast. They're not as fast. Okay, they're not as fast.
They're just long.
No. They're faster than gorillas.
Gorillas are fast, son.
Not faster than an orangutan.
You're underestimating the speed
I
of
don't
a
think you could outrun a gorilla.
Orangutans aren't that fast.
First of all, you could 1,000% outrun a gorilla. What are you talking about? Gorillas are not that fast.
Some people can. I don't think anybody can.
Let me see.
I think the average person could outrun a gorilla.
Again, you underestimate the gorilla.
No, I just think you watch too many monkey movies and you're giving them too much credit. I'm not bending the knee to this.
No, you are not gonna.
A gorilla punch can shatter concrete.
I'm telling you right now.
What do you think it's going to do to your skull?
It says gorillas can run up to speeds of 25 miles per hour.
Yeah, I know like eight crackheads that could do at least 50 miles per hour. I know at least 5 crackheads right now that could do 50 miles per hour. I'm not scared of this gorilla.
I'm not scared of this society can't do shit.
An average person cannot outrun. Not an average person, but if I go get a superhuman, if I go to Newark and get 15. No, hold on. If I go to Newark right now and get 15 of the crackiest crackheads, we got a chance. I'm telling you right now.
They doing shit either.
Yes, they are. They have superhuman strength, superhuman speed, super intelligence. You've never seen a good crackhead. And maybe you haven't. I've seen good crackheads.
How long is the crack going to be in their system for them to run that fast?
You would shoot them up with. You remember the end of Logan where you put the serum in them, right? That's what you do to the crackhead. You give them that good crack right before they go to war. We got this. I'm not scared. That's what I'm saying. I'm not scared.
I mean, you're a liar.
Let Trayvon come in at a good, strong 10. Let Joel come in at 20. Jamie come in at 3. I think we're fine. I think we're fine.
You ain't scared. You should be 1. That's what I'm saying.
Why are you throwing us in there like that?
What do you mean? What do you mean? We not doing this together?
I was barely paying attention until I heard I was 10. What?
Are we not? You're 10, but Jamie's 3. So like you'll at least get the chance to see what
There's
happens.
no women involved in this conversation.
You're the one that even brought this up.
Oh no. We fighting for equality out here. Women aren't involved.
We're not
You're
fighting.
the only one that wants to
Ronda Rousey will be out there.
We crossed the line at gorillas. I'm done.
I'm the juror.
I know I'm not equal to the gorilla.
Well, you better be a damn good coordinator. Damn good luck to y'all. Now, Didge has to come in at a good solid 35. Didge comes in at 35.
Why does Didge get to go behind the rest of us?
I don't know, man. You know, I think like Didge is a fellow Patriot. I don't know many other fellow Patriots.
So when do you want to go first?
Who said I'm not going first? Who said I'm not going first? I will rally the troops.
You literally said you're going 100.
Bro, I'm coming out of the portal with all those crackheads,
Now we got portals.
Yeah, we got portals. So you got me coming out of portals with the strongest crackheads.
Okay, Dr. Strange.
He in this fight. Yeah, I'm up in this fight. I'm not scared. Y'all are just so scared. I'm gonna join the gorilla side. You know what, Didge? I'm gonna say something I would have never thought I had to say to you. That's cooning. That is cooning to join the gorilla side. That is cooning at its finest. I would be disgusted if you joined the gorilla side. Disgusted. Start decking humans.
People. Don't hit me, Didge. Go for Jawan.
Y'all, all right. Just know when this guerrilla war drops, make sure I'm not included in your troops. Nah, L'Oreal says she's gonna be right by my side. I got you. I got you with me.
True.
I got you with me. Somebody's got to provide the tourniquets and med kits and
Someone's a medic.
Splashes. Yeah, someone got to have the splash.
Oh, Lord.
Who got the big pots, Joel? Who's bringing the big pots?
Trayvon bringing the big pots.
Trayvon's bringing the big pots. All right. You bring in the big pots. Okay, cool. We got a chance. I like our chances. All the Southern farm boys with that farmer strength. Look at ditch and shake it.
You saw some of the farm boys. There could be some of them there. Might take one of them to the side. Anyway, look. Y'all can do it. Y'all do it. Y'all do it over there. I handle myself.
I tell you this right now, Trayvon. If we're fighting this gorilla and I look over and you're shacking with one of them farm boys, I shoot you myself. I ain't gonna lie to you. I shoot you myself. I did not say that, y'all. I am siding with the gorillas, bruh. It be your own people, bruh. It be your own people. It be your own people.
The gorillas right now are not having this conversation. They're civil. Like,
they are having this conversation. Every time we go to those exhibits and the kids are slapping the glass hard as shit, them gorillas are thinking to themselves, could we break out and kill these motherfuckers?
That's why
I'm guaranteeing you they're thinking that. I guarantee you they're thinking that.
One gorilla.
What's up with all these traders? We gotta beat this gorilla. I know, bro. It's one gorilla. I done lost a good friend in Didge. I lost a girlfriend in Laureate. Like it's
I thought she was on your side. She's not on your side. Okay.
No. She said she's not siding with me.
She's trying to live.
Shut up, man.
Shout out to her. We'll be together and we'll be like, look at all these people. Let them fight this girl.
It's all right. It's all right. Because I tell you right now, I'm working fighting gorillas into our vows. I'm working that in there. I'm working that in there. So fighting gorillas do us part. That's what's gonna be in there.
Put it in the prenup. You're not fighting no gorillas.
I'm sorry, if I hear that, I'm gonna bust out laughing. I'm interrupting the wedding.
Trayvon, I'm putting it in there. I'm putting it in there. To fight gorillas.
I'm not gonna walk out. I'm not gonna walk out. I'm be laughing so hard. I'm like, no.
Tell you what, she say no. I know she's not the one. If she's not willing to fight gorillas with me, she out of here.
You ain't fighting no gorillas.
I'm fighting gorillas, Joel.
We're not fighting gorillas. You ain't even gonna be the chimp. You ain't beating no gorilla.
It's like Jamie dipping in y'all convo from across the room, bruh.
She is. That's exactly what she's doing.
I'm injured. I already can't fight the gorillas. I can't move. You stand me up. That's about all you can do.
I tell you what, you better grab a slingshot or some shit. Do something.
So now weapons are allowed. Why can't I have a gun?
Slingshot.
No guns. No guns. No guns. No guns.
Why is slingshot okay?
No guns. No guns. Because remember. Look. So PETA doesn't get us. So PETA doesn't get a strike down. We're just trying to defeat the gorilla. No killing, just defeat him. That's all we got to see with the hands.
Defeat, but it kills us.
Yes.
Defeat, but it kills us.
It doesn't share that. They don't have a PETA on their side. They don't have a personnel.
It's battle to the death with the gorilla.
No.
Well, we need to go beat up. We need to go beat PETA.
He ain't gonna hold back. We start with him.
No, once we fight the gorilla, right? Once he gets tired, we shake hands, right? We bow, we acknowledge he lost, we won. We go about our business.
And I'm taking one for the team, and I'm killing the gorilla.
Bro, that'd be wild. We throwing fists, you just hear a gunshot, you turn around like, what the fuck? It's just straight on. It's like,
I don't do that. I don't do that. After we defeat, shake hands, they go jail. No, we kill them. No, y'all already know that about me. I said kill the villain.
That's humans.
Kill the villain. Okay, kill it.
All right.
So never can come back.
Don't let him in the ring.
I love how Trayvon said it can never come back. Like, there's not 8 million more gorillas walking around Earth. Like, that's not the single.
No. We're gonna live stream this. We're gonna live stream it so they know this is the example. This is what happened to you.
No. Okay, hold on. Now, I'm not with you on that. Last thing I want to do is incite the rest of the global gorillas to unify.
It's not.
We barely beat the one.
We're not during. It's not during the fight. It's when I'm about to kill it.
And the apes.
Then I live stream it.
So you want to live stream the whole thing. You want to do to the gorilla what Zoom did to Barry, where you just beating this gorilla's ass and then showing the world like, hey, y'all want nets? What if they all team up and come after you? I'm not helping you at that point. I did my job. We took out the one. That's all I'm saying.
Guess it's time for a bomb. I don't know.
Went Punisher real quick. He's barely in this fight. Now he's shooting gorillas. Yeah, Trayvon cold.
That's the only way I'm in this fight. I need a gun or magic, something. I'm not going in there. I'm not going in there with nothing,
bro. I
don't do manual labor.
I tell you this right now. I will never join the sides of the gorillas. The one thing that would get me to join them is if I turn around we are dying, and I just hear Azarath, Metreon, Zip. I'm gonna whoop your ass, Trayvon. If I hear that shit when we dying.
It was the shit work. It was the shit work. Was the shit work?
It better. I swear it better. I tell you that.
Don't you got resurrection powers too? I can bring your asses back, please.
Now we need magic to take the gorilla down.
Whatever we need at this point, Trayvon.
This gorilla's like, I have nothing but my hands.
Yeah, I went too far. I suggested gun, but magic is cool. Magic is perfectly fine.
We've now figured out that we can kill a gorilla, so I feel good. I feel good. I think we completed it. Trayvon in the corner testing out his own powers, flying around, and we all dying. Yeah, I'd be mad as hell. This man trying to levitate.
If I can fly, I'm gone. Y'all young. If I can fly, all I'm saying, it's over. Like the trauma made me be able to fly. I'm out.
This man said the trauma.
That's what happened. That's how some powers get activated.
The mutation starts.
You're so stressed. Your power starts.
All right. This man wants to use magic now. We're moving on. Goodness gracious. All right. So we know the Thunderbolts comes out tomorrow.
Yes, we do. 4:00.
We know it comes out to. Oh, okay. Some of us will be seeing it later than that, but comes out tomorrow. There's been a lot of good things said about it. Few people have said bad things about it, but those are people whose movie takes I don't usually listen to. Wait, hold on. This is a hilarious comment.
The trauma of watching, watching people die. That's trauma for me. Right. Seeing that right in front of me, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Knowing that could possibly happen to me.
Violence.
Yeah, too much.
I just learned I don't have any real friends, is what I learned. If you won't fight a
gorilla, we are your real friends because we're telling you not to do this dumb shit.
No, if I'm doing it, you got to be
real
with
friends.
Me. You got to be with me.
No.
Sorry.
What is coming out of this is we have to knock him out and drag him out to fight. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
No. You know what it's telling me? I don't have any particular specific color friends, and I need those kind of friends. They'll help me. I don't need y'all kinds. I need.
They'll help you. They'll help you. You sure?
Yeah.
So they won't throw you in first?
No, they'll help me.
Okay.
They like that wild kind of shit.
Okay.
Record it,
Y'all hear that? Remember that, okay? Remember
that, I don't need y'all.
We just want to leave them there with them.
Yeah, my people. I don't need y'all.
Okay.
Secondhand PTSD is wild. Yeah, Trayvon would get PTSD through conversation. He wouldn't even be there. So I didn't know what the hell he's talking about. All right. So anyway, with Thunderbolts coming out, we've heard a lot of people say high praise.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing I wanted to talk about, because I've been hearing this just too many times, and I swear to God, it has to be just recency bias. I keep hearing people say it is the best Marvel movie since Endgame. And now, it might be, right? Let me be very clear. They're entitled to their own opinions. No problem. That is not my argument. But I really do feel like people maybe forget how many movies have come out since Endgame. And what those specific movies are.
This might be the only movie they watched since Endgame.
Maybe that's what it is. Because to me, if you're telling it's better than Shang-Chi, which I put extremely high, and you're telling me it's better than No Way Home, that I put extremely high, I better leave this movie crying. Not crying like it's sad, crying like it's the best thing I've ever seen. Because that's how I felt leaving Shang-Chi and leaving Spider-Man.
I think that's what my problem is. This thing I keep saying. Okay, look, just be clear. I'm not attacking anybody in particular. I'm just saying I've heard this phrase a lot. Are we back? We ain't never been gone that far. Like, stop. Like, stop it. Like, we've had a few problems, but we have not been rock bottom. So let's not do that. Like, I was like, Marvel ain't been gone. Like, it's still here. Like, I don't understand. I hate hearing that phrase when it comes to this movie.
Same.
I am with you, Trayvon, because look, remember me and Joel went over this, right? He said there's been about 30 projects since Endgame, right? So when you think 30 projects, I can only name on one hand the bad ones.
Yeah.
Out of 30, I can only give you 5 bad ones. Like 5 legit, I'm not watching that shit again, ever again. Bad ones. Outside of that, I don't know. You said 4?
I'll give you 4.
I won't.
Oh, 4. Okay.
I can give you some that are worse than others, but I'll never say I'll never watch it again. That's for me.
No. I'm saying in the history of the MCU, I can maybe only name.
Even then, I'm not.
Overall,
there's nothing I won't watch again.
No. I'm saying that's what I consider a low. Is that I would feel like I can't watch this
bottom
again.
tier.
Right. So I'm saying I've never felt like Marvel has hit a low, because a low for me is I can't rewatch that shit. Like it's so bad I can't rewatch that shit. That's a low. I'll give you an example. I don't do rewatches of all the Batman movies. That's where I'll leave that conversation. That to me is a low. I don't rewatch all Batman movies. I rewatch some. Because I feel like in the history of Batman, there's been low points. You know what I'm saying? But in the MCU, I don't think there's anything that I look at and I'm just like, maybe if I had to get, if Feet to the Fire, Secret Invasion is the one project in MCU history that I look back at and I'm like, I couldn't even get through one episode. I couldn't. Now that I finished the show, rewatching it would be impossible for me.
I can name
100%.
I can name 6 things. Let's see. Let me go. Let's see. The first Avengers.
Wait. They're bad or unwatchable?
I'm just not watching the game. Not watching the game.
Okay, go ahead.
The Avengers, Iron Man 3.
Okay.
Secret Invasion.
Okay.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Okay.
Ant-Man Quantumania.
Okay.
What? Did I say Secret Invasion again? Secret Invasion again. It needs it again. And Loki for me. No.
Like the whole series or just
the whole series?
The whole series. Okay.
Nope.
So that's 7. So yeah, it's 7. Okay. All right. And those are, if you had to do a rewatch, you just couldn't get through.
I don't want to watch them again.
Wait, so Thor: Dark World's not on there?
I like Thor: Dark World. Well, I've been saying that. I've said that a lot. I don't have no problem with that movie that much. Like, I don't hate it. Everybody hates it. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. It's my least favorite.
I don't hate it.
You know what? Can I be honest with you?
Still my least favorite.
I'm going to be honest with you. I always said I hated Thor: Dark World. Then I saw Love and Thunder, and then I went, it's not that bad. It's not that bad.
I'll still take Love and Thunder over it.
I can't. I can't for a lot of personal reasons, and that movie is just a clusterfuck of what.
I agree. I think it's a weak, one of the weaker of the Marvel movies, but I have more fun with it than Dark.
At least Dark World is just a pure love story, right? Just the purest.
It's boring is my problem. And that's worse to me than being.
I don't argue that, but Love and Thunder is just like a checklist of shit. Dark World.
But Love and Thunder was silly. It was too silly. That was my biggest issue with it. But I can get over that. Overboard. That's just me though.
Too much freedom, you could argue. Hold on, let's see what some of the comments are.
We do.
We got to stop comparing things to Endgame. They put in the expectations too high.
That's very true.
Like 10 years to build up. We can't compare every movie. Well, no one's saying. I don't think they're saying. I think they're saying out of the totality of content that's come out since Endgame, this is the best since that point. Which again, they are fair to say that. It might be for some people. I'm just saying that's just way too much content for me to just jump over and say this on the first watch.
You won't know.
It's easily better.
Right.
No. But I'm saying on first watch, it's easy to say that for anything. Joel, I left The Batman and said it's the greatest movie ever.
You do that a lot.
That's my point. It's easy to do that. So I'm saying I wouldn't be able to say that off first watch. When I see it again on Saturday with L'Oreal, then I can have like a non-biased opinion on
my thing with I agree, because like after your first watch, you're impartial to what you just. I agree with that 100%. Even my second, I need a couple months, and then it'll hit me like, all right, this is where I actually stand. I can't do it right away. That's why I don't like doing reviews a lot of the time, because I need time away from it to actually feel the way I really will feel about it.
I mean, that's fair. Things age, and sometimes you need time with that. But for me, seeing No Way Home the first time, let me know. All-time classic.
I was being helpful.
The second time, definitely ensured.
Yeah, watching it, I know how much I like it, but how I will again with every movie, I feel like that because like I'm either super high or I'm low, and I'm probably somewhere actually in the middle. But
now again, from the look of the feel of this movie, I feel like I'm gonna enjoy it a lot. But there was something different that Shang-Chi gave me. Something just completely different than anything in the MCU at that point.
It's such a great
go ahead.
what was it? What's the word for it? Origin story. It's such a great origin story.
Okay, yeah, right. And it was a great look into the culture, right?
Yeah.
It felt like Black Panther, right? So where if you're not of that culture, it was a very beautiful depiction of that said culture. It just felt like a game changer to me, Shang-Chi. And then Spider-Man was like the ultimate cheat code, right? It was like, you guys love one Spider-Man, right? They're like, yeah, I'll give you two more. It's like, oh shit, right? And then all the villains you could ever ask for, a little bit of sprinkle of Doctor Strange, right? So it was just the ultimate Avengers type of cheat code. But yeah, this has less to do with Thunderbolts and more to do with, I think, a lot of times people just don't look back on this multiverse saga as well as I think they should, because it's way more hits than misses.
I agree.
For me.
This is very rare for this to even have worked.
But also, this is like it's also rare that they're this positive about any Marvel movie. So this is also a rarity.
Well, I mean, Shang-Chi was very well received. Spider-Man was very well received.
But it's been a while since we've been this positive. Is what I'm saying.
Right, but to be fair to that point, the things they've been critical of have made sense because it's been things we've been critical of. Not as critical, but like I very much enjoyed this last Captain America. But I'm not blind to the criticisms of that movie. I very much enjoyed Eternals. I'm not blind to the criticisms of that movie. So I'm like, some of their criticisms do make sense because I had criticisms.
Yeah, but it's not about agreeing with them. I'm just saying, in general, it's been a while since we've had a high positive rating on a Marvel movie.
Yeah, no. I completely get where you're going.
Not that I fucking care what they think. I don't. Like,
that's fair. Iron Man 3, Cap 1, Thor 2 and 4, Captain Marvel 1, maybe? Maybe, then why'd you put it there? Why'd you put it if it's maybe? That's pretty much it. I find it very interesting that you have a problem with 1 but enjoy 2. For me, I couldn't say that. Yeah, I think that's what he said. I couldn't say that. If you had to, if I had to pick one of the two, it's 1 over 2, 100%. At least it just focuses more on Danvers. That's what my argument has always been. I just want to focus on Danvers more.
What are we talking about right now?
He's saying the movies that he doesn't like. Iron Man 3, Cap 1, Thor 2 and 4, Captain Marvel 1, maybe, and then Eternals. And I'm saying, I was shocked that he's saying he would dislike the first one, but enjoy the second one. I think the second one is more disjointed than the first one. I enjoyed the first one more.
You trying to trigger me?
Of what? Oh, the first one.
I'm saying I enjoyed the Captain Marvel movies, but if I had to pick one of the two, it'd be the first one. I'm not understanding.
I think I would.
What am I saying? That's true. Captain Marvel 2 is more fun. Yeah,
that's
fair. But I told you my issue was the first one did not give me enough of Carol Danvers as a person. She was fucking essentially brainwashed the majority of that movie. So then you get to the second one, I'm like, I can't even focus on her specifically because there's 2 other people here. Yeah. So at least if I had to choose, it'd be the first one because I had more time to sit with just Danvers, and that's what I would prefer out of a singular title movie.
But it's not. It's not. It's plural.
I know it's not. That's my problem. Is that it wasn't.
Well, that's where you're wrong. It's not singular anymore.
They could do a Captain Marvel 2. They could do one.
I would love that. I would love that. I don't know why they didn't do it with the fucking first one. I mean, with the second one.
Because people complain, and then had Miss Marvel, so bring her in.
And then people complained about the second one, so it didn't even work in your favor.
People complained before the movie came out, and they're like, "Oh, it wasn't that bad." No shit.
I would like more of just Carol Danvers. What was I going to say? So I mean, because that was a conversation I was having earlier, and I'm just like, I think it'll age better than living through it, this multiverse saga. But I just think people, I think it's just it's a popular thing to shit on it. Because the projects have just not been that bad. I mean, the way they talk about it is just like, I'm like, damn, man, really? It's not that bad, bro. It really isn't.
Half time they're talking about it, I'll be like, I don't know what y'all watching.
I sometimes don't either.
I'm
I'm
having
like,
fun. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I really don't know.
I didn't come out of there like I hated this shit. No, none of them have done that to me. None of them have done that. So none of
I
them have
think
done
it's
that.
like people are trying to chase the highs of like Infinity War, Endgame. So when we go back to like focusing on the heroes, like as like singular like people or heroes or however you want to look at them, like why is it not as grand as like those movies or like as grand as like Spider-Man or like the 3 Spider-Mans? Like you're not gonna have that every movie.
Right.
So
I think DJV made the best point, and that point was you had to earn Infinity War and Endgame. That wasn't just like, oh, here's just a random greatest movie of all time. You had to get to that point, right?
Right.
Secret Wars, Doomsday, you had to earn that. If those movies are as big as we think they're going to be, you had to earn that. So I'm like, a lot of these singular projects, are just that, singular projects. But these big movies, of course you're going to look at them a lot differently because it all builds to it, right? So you just build to it, put everyone together, and just have a blast. So
if it stays as it is, it'll be the highest rated movie post Endgame.
Yeah. Well, till next year.
As of right now.
Right. Till next year.
We don't know that. We don't know that for sure. Yeah, we don't know that.
Maybe
I tell you what, if Doomsday is not rated the highest MCU movie to date at that point, Russo Bros. I will have a lot of questions for you guys. A lot of questions.
Well, where do you have Infinity War?
I told you Infinity War is I think Infinity War is the greatest Marvel movie ever made. I told you that's how high I rank them. I think it's better than Endgame. So I have Infinity War where most people have Endgame.
Infinity War is rated lower than Endgame.
No. I thought you were asking me where do I personally have it ranked.
Well, you're talking about them. So I'm just saying they have a rate like Rotten Tomatoes has it higher.
I can imagine why Endgame is higher. Most people have it higher. I only know of like 1 or 2 people that agree with me that Infinity War is better than Endgame. So that doesn't shock me at all.
I don't really care to compare the two. They're like 1 for me. Like boop, 1 and 2.
1A, 1B. I get you. Endgame isn't even.
It's not. Black Panther's the highest.
Oh, it makes sense. Yeah, makes sense.
That's nice.
Did I beat you to it? Try to take my shit, man.
That was a game changer right there. Was Black Panther. All right, let's move on. All right, so I could not wait to get on here and talk about this. Zach Kreger's Weapons. I'm shaking to my core about this movie, not because of the trailer, because I don't know what the fuck I looked at. I'm excited for this movie because this movie is so massive that Jordan Peele tried to buy it, and when he couldn't, he fired his managers. So I don't know what greatness this movie is about to be, but if Jordan Peele desperately wanted it, I can only imagine. And I give Zach a lot of credit because the last project he did with what was it called? The crazy one, Joel, where that naked lady was running through the basement. Barbarian, yes. I still couldn't explain to you what the fuck that movie is about. I still think I saw 2 different movies.
I had a fun time.
So I'm super proud of Zach, man, and I'm very excited for this Weapons movie. It looks crazy.
You see the trailer?
Apparently, yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the fuck I saw.
Oh, that
I
trailer
couldn't tell you what it's about.
I love the trailer.
I'm excited for it.
The trailer sold me.
So for those who don't know, it's a movie called Weapons coming out this year, and it's about a mystery of kids. Kids missing is not the whole movie. There's way crazier shit than that, apparently. It's described as a horror epic, and the full cast is being kept under wraps. So what you saw in the trailer is not even the full cast. So I don't know what this movie is inciting, but I'm here for it. I'm ready to jump out of my seat in fear and then lie about it when I come on the podcast.
You watch the whole trailer and you're like, what the fuck does Weapons have to do with any of this?
That's what I'm saying. But again, what did Barbarian have to do with what that movie was? I don't know.
Looking at what we saw.
I guess they're saying that is but as you're watching that movie, till you get to that point, you're sitting there I don't know what the name has to do with this.
Well, that's why you're like held. It's a secret to that moment. You're, what the fuck? Yeah.
That was the best kept secret. I'm proud of people not spoiling that because we had no idea what was about to happen in that movie.
That shit was wild. I like that movie.
That movie was crazy. And now it's like hard to even find it. It's not on Max anymore. Like it's hard to even find where that movie is. Barbarians.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's fun.
I don't know. It was on Max for like a hot second, then it was just gone. So now I think you have to buy it to watch it. I don't think it's streaming anywhere, but I could be wrong. I haven't checked on it constantly, but that movie was insane. Purely insane. You saw it, Trayvon?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not even like your kind of wave of movies. I wouldn't have.
I actually thought it was kind of funny.
It was funny.
Oh, we laughed a lot, but that's what I said. We had no idea what to feel in that movie, man. I was laughing. I was a little scared, a little grossed out, extremely grossed out. Sorry, that milking shit was just like no. When you said Trayvon,
milking.
You know what? I'm gonna just end it. Yeah, there was a milking scene. I'm like, you're gonna have to kill me. Sorry, I'm not doing that. No, I'm ready. Like
you should see it, Jamie. It's a weird thing.
It's a science experiment.
It's a weird thing.
Joel, so you did see the trailer for Weapons?
Yes. Yeah. Crazy.
Very crazy.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm like, oh fuck, this looks insane. Yeah.
And shout out to Julie Gardner, right? I'm saying her name right?
Yeah, Julia Gardner.
Yeah. It is indeed wild. I cannot wait to break down this movie once it comes out. Trayvon, did you see the trailer?
I just watched it.
What do you think? What do you think?
That's what I'll sound.
It's weird.
Again, like Joel said, I don't know if you can hear it at all, but with sound only makes it crazier.
Yeah, it's fucking like wicked. Oh, what is going on?
The kid he had Joker makeup on. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what we saw in that shit, man. We just know it's gonna be
I don't know what that's about. That's fucking nuts.
We just know it's gonna be a fun ass time. That's all we know. Jamie, are you watching the trailer now? Is that what you're doing?
No, I'm stretching. I was stretching out my leg.
God bless you, girl.
I don't know. I appreciate it. I don't know. It sounds like this man makes some freaky movies.
Again, if you saw Barbarian, freaky doesn't even scratch it. Like that was next level kind of what am I looking at kind of shit. If it was easy to stream, I'd force L'Oreal to watch it. Yeah, I try to get as many people to experience that clusterfuck as possible. That movie was insane.
Weapons.
All right. Gillian Anderson says she has talked to Ryan Coogler about his X-Files reboot. Quote, I spoke to him, and what I said was, if anyone were to do it, I think you are the perfect person, and best of luck. Call me. Ryan Coogler did express before this came out that he did speak to her about returning. He's very passionate about this project. He said he could not wait to get to this project. I forgot that this was on his to-do list. I forgot this was announced a while ago. It was Sinners took me, the whole build-up of Sinners kind of took me out of remembering what was next for Ryan Coogler. I've never been interested in the X-Files. I probably won't start now unless the trailer just really blows me away. I don't know. The whole alien thing was just never really interesting to me at all. But Joel, I know you watch the X-Files. You excited to see Ryan Coogler take this on and possibly reunite the OGs? I don't know. Could you still be a reboot if you bring back the OGs?
No.
Okay. Right. I'm like, that wouldn't...
Unless you bring them back as different characters.
Which they very well could. Okay, go ahead.
Well, again, I grew up watching the show. And I actually just recently finished rewatching it because I never finished it. I watched it in pieces because I was young and a lot of it scared me. I was a kid. Yeah, I love alien stuff and ghost stuff and supernatural. That's very much up my wheelhouse. I like all that stuff. So as soon as I heard he was interested in doing this, I'm like, he's my guy. I didn't know we were so close. This is definitely something I love. And if he's this excited about doing X-Files and doing it a modern twist, because They literally had a season not too long ago.
Right.
Like really wasn't. Like, they brought it back for like two or 3 seasons.
About 10 years ago.
Shorter seasons. Yeah, it wasn't really that long ago that they brought it back. But I would love to see what his idea of what the X-Files could be now, even if it's a continuation, and modernizing it, because it definitely had, especially remember it started in the early '90s, so it definitely could be modernized. And there's so much to mine from now because it's really funny rewatching the X-Files the last year or so, because I've been watching it for over a year until recently finished. It touches on so much shit I've heard about listening to over the years. So it touches on actual stories and rumors and innuendo, and there's so much new stuff that they can touch on that I wonder where they want. Does he want to do just? I mean, obviously with X-Files, they touch on not just aliens, they touch on everything freaky. So I'm excited.
Before I get to Joel, Jamie, explain this. This has me a little confused.
Well, the second season of the Halo show was like their soft reboot. So I guess it also depends on whether you consider a soft reboot like a reboot, or if it's like them just saying whatever for the sake of it. But I feel like it could be granted, I've never seen the X-Files, so I don't know what the motion of that show is. But I think it can be a reboot if it's like you bring back the original cast, but like the story is different or some characters are different or something like that,
I do believe.
I don't know, because I think they tried that when they brought it back, but it was just looked at as more so of a continuation. And if they're playing the same characters, it'll feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get what you're saying about Halo, but where Halo can get away with that is that if you didn't watch season 1 and just watch season 2, you could really separate that. But this has too long of a history. Like, even if you don't know about the show, you've seen these two before. You know what I'm saying? You've seen these two actors with this project before. Even if you didn't watch it, you just maybe saw it in passing. Just too many things would scream. You know what it would be like, Jamie? You know how Elliot from SVU went to do organized crime? It'd be like if they said organized crime is like its own thing, but Olivia Benson keeps coming in. It's like, but both of you were in SVU, so we're gonna immediately assume it's connected. We're not gonna be able to separate that one is its own thing and the other is separate. We've seen them together before. You know what I'm saying? So it had to make itself a continuation. It can't be its own thing. When y'all were partners, and now y'all are back together, like, no, that, you know what I'm saying? There's no separation there. So if he's saying reboot, and again, I don't know what Ryan Coogler's plans are, then they would have to play different characters because they're just too iconic. I know that, and I've never even really watched the show. They're too iconic to say we're bringing them back, but it's not anything like you've seen before. It's different. It's like, well, you could maybe structure it differently, but it's still in the same vein of what we've seen. If
it lives in the same universe, but it's a continuation without the main character. The main character more like guests that show up once in a blue moon. That's different. And then it can still be a soft reboot because now you're doing it with new characters. New characters, the focus, you have new stories, but it still technically lives in the same universe. Like you have to watch the old shit.
I have an example of what you're saying, Joel. We have a perfect example. If they wanted to, this new Karate Kid could be a reboot. Because you could say it does not take part with anything with Cobra Kai or anything like that. It's in the same universe as what happened in a Karate Kid, but it's not part of that whole universe. You know what I'm saying?
What it's connected to. Really.
No, you don't. But that's what I'm saying. If they wanted to say it was a reboot, you could get away with that. You know what I mean? Yeah. You could say what Jackie did with Jaden never happened. You could say all of Cobra Kai in this world never happened.
What does and does not happen in that universe.
Right. So to your point, Jamie, I'm sorry. I said that to agree with you. Yes, that is an instance where it could work. But again, we have to see how Karate Kid pulls off, possibly ignoring Cobra Kai. You know what I'm saying? We have to see how that works. Because if they say, hey, what have you been up to? And he goes, nothing, given up fighting for over 10 years. It's like, well, that's a lie, bitch. So we just watch Cobra Kai, so we know you're lying, right? So we got to see how they do that. But that could be a prime example of what you're talking about, Jamie. to where it could be familiar face, different place, and that would constitute, to a degree, a reboot. You know. So what's a reboot we've seen recently? Oh, okay, we got to see. No, that's not a reboot. That's a continuation. I Know What You Did Last Summer. That's a continuation, just down the line. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like a reboot we've seen with a familiar face, but a different place, and it's constituted as a reboot, an actual reboot. I'm trying to think. Can't say Ghostbusters because that's a continuation.
Well, the other one with the girls was a reboot because they played. They came back with it, but they came back as different characters.
Right. So that doesn't count. We're talking about familiar faces in the same roles, but it's meant to be a reboot. I don't think James Bond.
Whatever her name is. She was same character in both, and that's
interesting.
Because that's not a continuation of the. I mean, Battle Royale or what's it called? It's called Battle Royale.
No, Casino Royale.
Casino Royale is not a continuation of the Pierce Brosnan.
Right. Which is funny because they casted the same actress in the same role. But those two James Bond movies are not connected because none of the James Bond movies are connected.
Exactly.
Interesting. Okay.
You could also say that technically for the Batman movies, that the first two and the last two are basically not the same type of movies, but they keep Alfred and Gordon from them. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
even though they're very different. You know?
Yeah, those are reboots. It's different faces, so it's it's in the same vein of the first two. But once the Batman actor changes, it's not. It's a reboot. It's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? It's immediately changes it. Okay, cool. All right, so then, damn, Jamie, we went around the way, but your point was accurate. Trayvon, you excited at all for X-Files?
Never seen the original. Happy for everyone that loves it.
That's all kicking the balls. What do you mean by taking a shot?
What?
What you talking about?
I just said happy for everyone that loves it.
Every time you do
I know nothing about it.
Kicking the balls. Every time you do it. Don't say nothing.
I didn't say anything bad.
Every time you say it, I feel like
I didn't say I hate the show. I said
might as well have
seen it.
Kick me the ball, give me the
happy
finger,
for y'all.
move on. That's what it sounds like every time.
All right, Trayvon.
I don't see it.
What did we learn?
Nothing. Because I'm gonna keep saying shit like that. I don't see that wrong with it.
I won't hear no complaining the next time.
Gotta applaud the
consistency. It's different.
No, ain't no different.
I get attacked. No, it's
You're not getting attacked.
Yes, I do.
You earn everything you get.
I get attacked every time. It's messed up.
Little shit like that.
I'm
not defending him.
Jamie defends me.
Every time she's secking me right in the balls. That's cute. Cute's not even the same anymore in the chat. No one can use cute without being.
Well, I just did that one time to be funny, but now it's a whole thing.
I don't hear the word cute the same ever. Someone says, I'll tell you right now, if I brought my baby around someone and they said, "Oh, that's cute," I'd fight them right then and there. Bitch, I know what you mean. You trying to call my baby ugly? Yeah, I know the world of Trayvon. Don't play me. Damn, Trayvon, you done ruined the word cute. God damn.
No, what's worse is to just say, "Oh."
That's worse too.
Oh.
I think Joel's telling you it's like it's a smorgasbord of just bad. Everything you keep wanting to.
I tried to explain this to him earlier. I'm like, it's every day. Every day.
I'm just gonna stop talking, y'all.
No one says you need to stop.
Don't let them silence you, Trayvon.
Yes, you need to be heard. You need to be heard. Don't let Joel silence you.
He's got to be able to take it when I go back.
That was mean today. That was messed up.
I didn't even say that. That was Mike.
I know. That was messed up. Not talking to him for a while.
That was nothing worse than what Juwan says every day.
Nah.
Whoa. Hold on.
No.
How are you my friend and love to throw me under the bus like that? Why did I need to be brought into that?
It's the same shit. It's the same. In comparison, it's the same shit.
I did not need to be brought into that at all. I do not say anything mean to Trayvon. And Trayvon can attest to it.
It's not mean. It was just a joke.
We'll have to get it right now.
He took it way worse than it actually was. He's still taking it. Look at him.
I am mad. I'm still mad. I am.
Trayvon, you got to tell me later what it was.
I reported his post actually. His own Discord.
Oh, you're so
Not reporting it.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Trayvon. I've done that on the sneak tip a couple times. Not gonna lie to you. I've only done it to AJ. You know how many Haley Scheinfeld posts I report for pornography? Whoa, Joanne, what you be saying? I don't know what Joel's talking about, bro. I've never gotten Trayvon this upset.
Oh, it's that again. What happened today is no different than what you usually say.
That's true.
Well, that's true.
It is true.
I know. It's the same shit.
It is true. It is true.
He does it all the time.
Trayvon, text me right now and tell me what was said. I need to know why.
You know the thing that
You're in the. Aren't you in Discord?
He is, but he don't be in there.
Yeah, I don't be in Discord at all. Today, when I went to go message you, Jamie, to see if you wanted to join, I looked through and it said, and I'm not even exaggerating, 1,346 missed or unread chats. I said, fuck that. No.
Let me tell you. I gotta fix your notifications. I gotta fix them because I don't get notified about every message that comes through. That's the
I
problem.
mute them and still get them when I go in there. Right now, it's telling me I have 5 different people writing me messages. I'm not reading them. I'm not. I feel tilted. I'm not reading them. Trayvon, message me what was said because I don't like you or Joel throwing me under the bus. I don't appreciate that.
That was crazy.
Yeah, I had nothing to do with this conversation. Nothing to do with it.
Just comparing the guilty parties.
Yeah, but you don't put me in it, Joel. I keep reminding you, I am your friend. Don't put me in that shit.
When he tells you, you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you laughing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's true.
Y'all know how to put my damn buttons. It's messed up.
Because you're so passionate about 2 things. It's only 2 things. Damn, okay. All right. Well, you know what? I take it back. Joel is right. I very much do. I do that. I'm thinking about doing it right now. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Let's keep going. Let's do this while it's on my brain because I don't want to forget it. The latest episode of I almost said Walking Dead, The Last of Us. I'm so glad, Jamie, that the big thing has finally happened, so I don't have to fucking tippy toe anymore at this goddamn show. And now when season 3 comes out, I don't know anything about season 3, so we're all in the same boat.
You don't know something. Watch.
Yeah, I feel like you'll know.
No, I know nothing. I know absolutely nothing, and I'm gonna keep it that way. So if I say anything, it's happenstance. I don't know what the fuck happened. So you get spoiled. Oh well. Oh well. Don't listen to Last of Us conversations. I thought this was a great episode. I do like delving in more than what they did in these certain points of the game. I love that you still got certain aspects of the actual game. Her at Joe's gravesite, riding a horse out, all the almost shot for shot from the game. I definitely appreciate that. One thing I felt like we got in the game that I'm not really sensing enough here, kind of felt like there was a little bit more anger to Tommy. I feel like this Tommy is just more emotionally broken. And I feel like the game gave us a little bit more. Like, I felt like it did not take much for Tommy to go, fuck a wife and kid. Where's the nearest gun? Let's go. Right? Like, I kind of felt like it was like that.
Tommy was originally there. That's why the first time.
Right. He was in the room. Right.
Yeah. So here, it's like he was not there. He was at the whatever.
It's totally soft.
That's Gabriel.
Yeah,
Luna,
you're not
right?
crashing out like
Not too much on him.
His brother.
No. Me saying that it's more of an emotional take is not a slight to him. I'm acknowledging the difference of the two. It's not a negative. It's not a
Tommy,
negative.
it's funny in the game. It felt like he was a drunk uncle. He got crazy. He just I'm like, he went straight for it. I'm like, oh, Tommy's reckless in this shit.
Very much
was.
so. I do appreciate the responsibility that they give Tommy in this respect, where it's more calculated, right? Where he's like, trust me, I would love to just go out and murder everyone, but we just got attacked. And Jamie, do you listen to the show after the show where they break down what happened in the episode?
Yep.
I appreciated what they said last week. Not last week, like the fallout, when it actually happened, the big moment actually happened. I appreciated what he said, because he said, we thought about, instead of just giving you the moment, what if we added to that another layer of tragedy, right? To where it's like you can't even catch your breath of one thing because you're balancing it with the other thing. And I appreciate that, because now when you hear Tommy, he's telling you, like, look, if we didn't just get bombarded with death yesterday, I'm with you. Let's go. Guns blazing. But, like, we got to make sure that, like, raiders can't just come in and murder everyone. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have an actual responsibility.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
So I appreciate this extra layer they're giving him. I don't take it as a negative. I just want to, establish what the differences from the game to the show are. And, of course, they've said it. They're hunting for Emmys, all right? Everything's going to be more dramatized, all right? Yeah. So if you're used to a fight scene, guess what? They're going to dramatize the fuck out of it, okay? They want Emmys, all right? They saw Penguin and said, we could do that, all right? So they want Emmys, all right? So I want to keep hearing from people, oh, hey, guys, it's like way more talking than you. It's a drama. They want Emmys, all right? You just got to get over it. Go play the game. I don't know what to tell you.
See, that's the thing where it's like, oh, go ahead, Joel.
No, I'm saying the game also has a lot of talking.
Yeah, also that. What's this? So we got a slide for me.
Joel.
Yeah, but everyone kept saying they understand that, but it's like if you sit, because they were talking about sending 18 of their best. Yeah. They're like out of a town of like, let's say 100 people, 30 of them just died. So you want to take 18 of our best protectors and send them out on a wild goose chase
while the wall is down.
Right. So I'm like, I get what the townspeople are saying. Now, I am with DJV in the aspect of fuck what they talking about. We sliding for Joel, right? Mm-hmm. We killing for Joel.
Yeah.
But I do get it from a human standpoint, taking revenge out of it. Which, by the way, Jamie, this sent me back to exactly how I felt when it happened in the game. And I said, oh, no, we got to kill this bitch. And then they're like, you're going to play as her. And I'm like, no. I want to kill her. Right? This brought me
just throwing her off stuff.
Right? Just to see it so I feel better. I'm going to kill you, Abby. I'm sorry. You got to go. Sorry. You got to go. Hold on. You could have compromised and said like 5 or 6. Yes, I agree. You could have compromised. Instead of just saying no, you could say, all right, let's send 5 of y'all. I'm with you, Ditch. I'm with you.
Yeah. Yeah. That, that. So it's interesting. And I feel like I'm going to have a hot take on a lot of the things that may or may not happen in the show.
Go ahead.
Because I'm like, me personally, and I've said this many times, I'll probably be saying until I quit podcasting, whatever that is. But
trust me, you never will. I've tried.
Okay. When we're doing like a video game adaptation, like I want you to like make the world feel lived in. Like, don't just give me the same story that we got in the game, because for me personally, I'm like, you'll never beat that experience. You'll never beat me actually like killing the zombies and like making these relationships, these characters, like watching them die, like all this stuff. So I that's not to say I have like blinders on and just like, oh, The Last was bad. Like The Last was excellent. As far as video game adaptations go, I want them to do more. Like when they, in season 1, when they did like the little explainer of like how the infection got started and like talked about the fungus, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. That's really awesome to see. And even with this week's episode, they like expanded on like the grieving process for Joel and like Ellie walking through the house and experiencing everything, and even getting the community together to, I don't even know why they faked this vote, but to vote on whether or not they should go after the people that attacked Jackson. Like, I really appreciate those things, and that's something I want them to do more. It was like continue to expand, make it so that when people do play the game, they're not just experiencing the same thing. Like, they have like something different that they can look forward to, you know. That being said, Didge, I'm like, that was one of the changes where I'm like, I'm like, it's a double-edged sword for me. It's not that I dislike it, but I can't fully say I like it either, because, like, you know, second episode, whatever it was, I think his first episode was saying like homophobic stuff, was being mean to Dina and Ellie. Now he's growing more sympathetic as a man in this community, and he sees that, you know, he's made people uncomfortable by his actions, especially Ellie and Dina, and he's trying his best to correct the situation. And I'm like, I feel like the part of me that doesn't like it is because that's kind of rare in real life for someone to have such strong viewpoints like that, and then be able to see those people, like whoever they're like saying these awful things about, being able to see them as people as well, and be like, you know what I said was wrong, like, I apologize, I'm gonna try my best to support you, because, you know, we're all in this together, kind of thing. I feel like that's where my dislike comes from, but my like side of it is from like it's weird to say utopian with living in a zombie apocalypse, but like the bright side of it is like, you know, he was able to turn around. Yeah, he was able to see, like, he did something wrong, and like Ellie was not she's not gay for the sake of being gay. Like, that's just who she is, you know? She's not trying to make anybody uncomfortable or anything. That's just what she's about. So I feel indifferent overall. I'm like, I can see both sides to it. But I gotta say, my favorite character in the series, and probably in the game as well, is 100% Dina. Dina is still definitely winning me over. Like, you know, she's a great character. I feel like she would be a really cool person to be around in general. I love Dina.
No comment till someone tells me how old the actress is.
I feel like she's... You can't say you like her character.
No.
Let me see.
No, intrusive thoughts.
I mean, Mike says he loves her all the time, so I assume she's 23.
Okay. Damn, that's also crazy that before you said the age, you threw Mike under the bus. That's crazy.
I did a little. That was a little shady. It was a little shadier.
Look, Mike, they've been coming at you all day, Mike. I want no beef.
I'm just saying, I'm like, beef, you know, Mike. I would assume if that's what he'd be saying, like, he would know. Listen, I don't doubt him. I don't doubt Mike. I trust him.
That's Hot Girl. Isn't that Hot Girl?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's Isabel. Whoa, no. Didge, be careful what you're saying, bro. Be careful what you're saying.
She's 23. I just looked up. She's 5'1". My God, she's tiny.
Yeah, she's short.
I'm just telling Didge, be careful what he's saying. Delete that, Didge. I love you too much, man.
What did he say?
Nothing. I'm not repeating it. I agree with Jamie, but at the same time, people in community will put the little stuff and issues aside when there's a common enemy and stuff. Well, also to Jamie's...
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, no. I know her. I just didn't know the age of her. And that's what I said. I ain't saying nothing, so I know. All right? Y'all ain't about to Shannon Sharp me. Anyway.
You could have just said you liked her character, though.
No,
that's the thing.
What I wanted to say, and I believe in being honest.
He's like, I love Dina.
That's what I wanted to say.
She's so cool.
No, but to your point, Jamie, I want to ask you this because I suffer from this. I usually suffer from this when stuff is like Batman, right? I feel as though I know as much as I could possibly know about Batman, so I'm almost a purist in certain things. Mm-hmm. Do you think, because I know how much you love The Last of Us, do you think sometimes your want of it to be closer to its pureness sometimes blinds you of understanding that they're doing it for a specific reason? And it's not to always cater to us. It's to break even. It's to give you that extra drama so the people that never played it can understand some of the missing pieces. But it also does give us a lot of accurate stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm curious. How do you see it?
Me personally, I've never been a purist when it comes to video game adaptations. So I'm like, if you want to explore what the world is about, tell us something that we didn't know. I'm totally open to that. Even if it's little changes to the story. If we are following a specific story, I would prefer, everything kind of ends the way that it ended in the game, more or less. But I still think that, you can take a different route to get to the same place, so I'm open to it. I feel like that's where I've seen some disagreements with, or not disagreements, but that's where the disconnect for me personally is with what I've seen with people's opinion online, with them saying they did this thing in the game and then that didn't happen in the show and all this other stuff. I do understand what they're saying, because it's if that was a moment that was really impactful to them and they want to see it in live action, I totally get it. At the same time, it's hold on, the show's not over yet. I'm there's a lot of flashing back, different things like that. They might get to it. It might not be in the place that you want it to be, but it might still be in the story in general. But yeah, I'm open to changing things up. I think you kind of have to, because this is a different medium, and like you said, it's going to be more dramatic. They're trying to put themselves in the ringer for the award season and all of that. So some things are going to have to change. Doesn't mean I'm going to agree with them. Doesn't mean I'm going to disagree with that. I'm open to the changes in general.
Look, I completely respect where you're coming from. Like I said, I mean, speaking of a movie we talked about before, watching Thor: Love and Thunder and knowing that comic that they were trying, I guess, to adapt, it was hard, Jamie, from how Gore the God Butcher looked, from how they just destroyed the motivations and what brought him back to essentially realizing where he was wrong. Certain elements were just it's just, they're not even trying. You know what I'm saying? But I had to quickly snap into the mindset of, they're not making this movie for the purists. It's why they essentially took the theme of it to bring in the purists, right?
Yeah.
And then just fucking smorgasborded it, right? Where it's just well, that's where you lose us, So it's sometimes a struggle. And by all means, I wasn't trying to say you are one of the purists, but I do know how much you love it. And sometimes the love of it kind of just wants it to be the best it can be. And sometimes when it just does things differently, you're kind of just you could have done the same thing and still be great.
See,
you know what I'm saying?
It's the thing where for music or editing, nobody ever complains about music or editing when it's good, but when it's bad, you immediately recognize it. So if they can make a change and justify it, I won't say a thing. I'll be you know what? I like that you took the bravery to take this step, change something, and it worked. That's dope. If it doesn't work, that's where I'm you decided to deviate from the source material that I feel is, in some cases, it's obvious that it was better than your idea, and you still stuck with it and said, yeah, I'm going to put this on the screen. That's where I start to have issues.
Yep. I'm with you there. Joel, I mean, I was going to ask Trayvon, but we know how Trayvon feels about The Last of Us. So.
He hadn't seen it since that one half of the episode.
Oh, wait. Did you stop watching?
2 years
I only
ago.
watched that one.
He really started watching.
I watched that one a long time ago.
I thought you was going to get on the thing because of the revenge.
See, I didn't hear anybody talking about the revenge.
So it's about to start. I mean, well, she just, in the episode that we just watched, she just started her journey towards
He's gonna skip
the
that.
WLF.
I'll save
Yeah,
it.
Trayvon,
I mean, there's some fighting and stuff.
Trayvon's gonna wait till we tell him she caught up with Abby and they started throwing hands. That's what he's waiting for. So
I don't want to spoil it.
So that's
more than just
episode 5 of season 3.
Right.
I'm that might not be for a while.
That's
might not even be the season.
I'll be back if that happens, or more gay men on there. That's when I'll be back.
I mean, there's, I'm not gonna say nothing.
Jesse's on.
Actually, you know what? The gay men don't say a damn thing.
I'll find out. Trust me. I'll know.
He's got his ways.
Trayvon uses his Batman computer for gay stuff. he knows where everything's going.
Batman computer specifically for gay things.
Specifically, that's the only thing he logs in for. Joel, how did you like this episode? Did you have any issues with any of the slight changes?
No, mainly because I don't remember a lot of it. So it's got it's been a minute since I played that game. So like I only remember like the bigger parts of it, and, like the feeling of it, a lot of it. But everything I do remember, I like this show nailed a lot of. I mean, this episode specifically nailed a lot of it. Not all of it, but most of it. This one's more of a breather before it gets crazy again type of shit. Right. That's what this stuff felt like. It's like the calm before the storm. That's what this.
Yeah.
This is the calm before the storm episode.
It does a great job with that. You know what I compare it to? Most people, when they play video games, don't play it all the way through in one day, right? So your break from the craziness is when you save it, turn it off, go to sleep, right? So I like that since obviously this is live action and you can't pause it and turn it off and come back to it. He gives you fillers, right? Where it's just like, here's your deep breath because we're about to kick shit up to infinity next week, right? So I appreciate that he does kind of let us breathe a little bit. You know what I'm saying? My issue with Walking Dead and why I stopped watching it was I would breathe too much. It was like I always compare it to Lord of the Rings. It's like too much just walking and talking. And I'm like, can you shoot someone as you're walking? Just let the gun ring or something. Like this, what are we doing, dog? So for me, I'm like, I appreciate that this is like, you're still getting that ramp up, but it's cooling things down. And I appreciate that. So they do a very good job with that. All right, so let's get to it, Joel. Sergeant Rock is not going away for you people that tried to throw dirt on its name and bury it. Apparently, the film may still happen. We know who you are, the Trayvons.
Me. Yep.
Exactly.
Again,
I thought you were going to say the trades, the Trayvons.
The trades are the ones that clarified.
I was about to say the trades are the ones who brought it back. Apparently, the DC Sergeant Rock film may still happen. Apparently, DC loves the script. Scheduling is reportedly the main issue. It requires tons of exterior shots. Film will be reassessed at the end of the year for a potential summer 2026 shoot. And the plot follows Sergeant Rock trying to find the Holy Spear before the Nazis. Now, this is very interesting. Here's why I say this is very interesting. Again, I'm not just stay with me for a second. I'm not trying to go down this road. It comes back to Sergeant Rock. So last time we heard about a casting for Sergeant Rock, Colin Farrell was attached to the role, right? Mm-hmm. At the time, we were saying, well, okay, maybe the Batman starts filming first, right? Or Sergeant Rock starts filming first. So that way he does a little bit of scenes in Batman and he can come back and focus on Sergeant Rock. But now that the Batman 2 looks like possibly won't start filming this year, I'm curious if that will also have a summer 2026 shoot. Which then puts us right back in the spot we were just in that we thought we left, right? We thought like, a reprieve, right? We could do one then the other. I'm very curious how that pans out. So that's very interesting there. But for me, look, this isn't something I'm like, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it keeps doing things that gets me interested in it being made. So I would love for this thing to still happen. It seemed like the director was very much in love with the idea of doing it. James was in love with the idea of doing it. And you were home run hitting for leads. So I'm like, I'm always down for that. I told you that's what got me in the Venom. I'm like, Tom Hardy. I hate the idea of this movie, but I love Tom Hardy. So I'm there. So this might be the same thing. Like, I don't really care about the character at all, but I do love Daniel Craig. I do love, Colin Farrell. So I'm in. But Joel, what do you? No, Daniel Craig is. I'm saying they were going for big names that were getting me interested in it. So I'm like, when it was possibly Daniel Craig, I'm in. Now it's Colin Farrell, I'm in. Like, I don't need to know anything else except for that they're in it. But Trayvon, are you walking back? Trying to get this movie not made?
No. I'm not. Listen, no. After I saw what was that movie, Queer? The last part of it, He can keep any movie he make after that for right now. I don't know. I need a break.
But there's nothing that
he
they
played
can
with
mess up
me.
K-wise.
He played with me with challengers. The queer gave me a little bit at the beginning, and then it just turned to hellscape at the end.
Hold on. Not that we need to go down this road, but how did he play with you in Challengers? They made it clear what that movie was about.
No, it's clear too. No. See, it's fine.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
Let's move on.
There was a divider, and you thought maybe the divider would be lifted, and the two walls would meet. No, that's your fault. That's not him.
That's not my fault.
That is your fault.
You know what he was doing.
Nothing of those trailers ever said that a divider would be removed and the two walls would just go smacking. No, that's you.
Why we gotta?
Because that's his issue. That's his direct issue.
I know what that movie was doing. No, you can't confuse me otherwise. Anyway, queer at the beginning was cool. Then the last part with the shit, and I'd rather him not touch that movie for a little bit. Thanks.
So he shouldn't work again. What do you think?
Just for now. Just give me like a year or two, maybe 3.
Well, he will give you a year. This maybe movie 4. Won't start filming until next year. So that's there right. You go. That's your year.
Probably 2 years. Yeah.
And it won't come out until another year from there. So there you go. Right. There's your way.
2 years.
Bro, because that's all Trayvon wants. That's all he wanted in that movie. That movie could have no dialogue. As long as it had the smacking, he would have been fine. That movie could have been a silent picture. Right? As long as he saw.
I know what that movie implied. Don't play with me.
It implied nothing of what you're taking from it.
No.
They were fighting for the love of a woman.
You could tweet right now. You can look at it right now. A lot of people had the same thoughts I had for challengers.
Were they okay?
Yeah, and you guys are all problematic because that movie tells you it's about two guys wanting a woman. Okay. How you guys manifest that into two guys wanting each other? I don't know what goes on in y'all heads, but don't he got a movie coming out this year? Trayvon would never tell us. He might. I don't know.
Who knows?
And by the way, Joel, what you just sent me about Matt Reeves makes so much sense. That song is so apropos to that fucking movie. But all right, Joel, what are your thoughts on this revival? Possibly of Sergeant Rock.
Well, when I first heard that it was canceled or whatever, not happening, I was very disappointed because at this point I already had it in my head that it would happen. Even though I had no release date. I figured it would get filming and they'd give us a date at some point because they already have a cast. Well, at least a lead casted, which even Clayface doesn't have that yet, and that seems to be. So apparently, it might start filming in October or whatever.
Right.
But like, I was disappointed. I was like, "Fuck, man!" I was not that I give a fuck because it's not like I care about Sergeant Rock all that much at all, or need a movie. I never needed a Sergeant Rock movie. Maybe. But it is what it is. Like, I was like, all right, whatever. We move on. Maybe. I actually, in the back of my head, thought, like, I don't know why they can't come back to it later, especially as a director. It wasn't like the director walked away. If the director walked away, then I'm like, kill it. Like, that's different. But, like, once I kept reading it, like, oh, no, it's just scheduling. I'm like, then they put it on. They might just shelve it. And then the other trades started coming out. And they're like, yeah, they might move it to next summer. I'm like, that makes way more sense to me. I'm like, okay, I get it. It's a scheduling conflict. We thought there might be one anyway. And they're like, it's not moving fast enough. They don't feel like they can film in time to get the shots they want. So they might move it to next summer. So all right, whatever. It gives them a whole year to finish casting and do whatever they want from there. And actually give it a date because at the moment they don't have a date.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, it was not something I cared about, but then it got me invested. So it's like, you owe me. Yeah, you owe me. Make this fucking movie.
I hyped myself up after it became a thing. Right. You told me, like, when we heard about it, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about Sergeant Rock. Not that I was mad. I'm like, I don't care. Like, it's not who I'm looking for. There's a lot of characters I'm looking for. One of him. Then you saw a little bit of him in the Easy Company and Creature Commandos. I'm like, all right, I liked what I saw. I wouldn't mind seeing a movie that's low budget, army movie, even though it sounds like a fucking Indiana Jones film already.
Right.
I'm looking forward to seeing whatever they do eventually. So got no one's looking for it, so it's not like anyone's really disappointed, right?
I mean, apparently, goddamn. Like, We might have been one of the lonely
One of the
few
few.
that were like, yeah, make the movie.
Well, it's also one of the movies it's a lower budget, so they're not expecting.
Yeah,
big,
but it could be
you know.
it could be a
It could be a
quiet
hit, obviously, but we
it could
don't.
be a
We don't
quiet hit.
exactly.
Jamie, you interested in all in this Sergeant Rock project?
I am. I don't know anything about the character, so in a way, it's like I'm not super invested because I don't know anything. But it's also an opportunity for DC to get me into a new character, you know. So, I'm open to it. You know, I enjoy watching stuff. So I'm always gonna be down to at least give something a try once. So, yeah, I say why not? And plus, like, Colin Farrell absolutely killed playing the Penguin, and it's kind of awakened me to like how great of an actor he is. Like him and Walton Goggins, I'm like seeing they just had like some all-star performances for me. So I'm like, you know, I would absolutely be down to see like what they have up their sleeves next in a very different role. So I would like to see it.
I'm with
Employ
you. Like
people, give them some money.
Like I said, that's what got me. Speaking of great marketing tactics, shout out to Now You See Me, Now You Don't. I just found out today that if you signed up for the event, because they were in New York, if you signed up for the event where they were unveiling the new trailer in New York, everyone that signed up and joined the event and watched the event happen got $120 Venmo to them from Now You See Me, Now You Don't. I didn't even know that was a thing, or I would have very much joined in.
See, they gave you 120. They might have crowd shots in the movie, and you're in the movie and you didn't know. Might be worth more. Like, this is your compensation, just 120.
Yeah, you use my likeness. Pay up.
Yeah,
120 ain't enough. Pay up. I'm very excited for this movie. I love the first movie. I thought the first movie was classic. The second movie I thought was a little lazy. I love the first one. I did not see many of those things coming. I love this trailer. I'm glad Isla Fisher is back. I can tell you this, Hollywood, and let me be clear, I'm not hating when I say this, but this kid Justice, Hollywood will make sure we accept him. Everything they could possibly put this kid in, they will continue to put this kid in. I hope it does well, because it seems like when they put him in stuff, it doesn't necessarily translate. But I'm very excited for this movie. Apparently, they said they've already greenlit another one. So I'm curious where they go with this. If Warrant's doing another one. Because after 2, I was kind of just like, if you do another one, better be great, because I really love this one. So I'm very excited for this. Trayvon, this scratches your box of magic, trickery kind of shit.
I love this at all? I love the first one. I haven't seen the second one. I need to see it. I love Justice Smith, so I'm very happy for him. I'll probably go see this just on him alone, maybe. You know, but yeah, I'm gonna see the second one and I'm gonna watch this because I do remember loving the first one. I don't know why I didn't see the second one. I don't know, but
Justice Smith
kind of on a weird time.
Was transcendently great, and I saw the TV glow. I will give you that for sure. But that movie did not get nearly enough praise, again, to what I was saying. But he did great. I am with you there, Ditch. I thought this would have been more up your alley, Trey. I thought you'd been a little bit more excited for this.
I mean, it's not real magic.
Well, no magic is real magic.
I mean, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. They do card tricks.
No, there's no Alakazam in this.
You're not impressed by the musicians and the sleight of hand and everything? I'm like, that's pretty cool.
Cool for them. I'm happy that they can figure out how to trick people.
I went to a magic show in, I think it was at Disney World or something, and was so enamored with the stuff that they did. I was like, Mom, I need a magic kit. I need to know how they did these things. So I learned a couple tricks.
Okay.
It was pretty neat. It was pretty cool.
You still know them now?
See, the thing is, the tricks were literally tricks, so I need the equipment to do that. But if I had it, I absolutely could do it. I could do it.
Don't say that, because next time I see you, I'll bring the shit. Wow,
You
me.
don't even know. You don't know. You don't know
Wow,
what kind of stuff I need.
I tried to do magic, but the reason why I didn't go through with it was I always felt like, and maybe I'm wrong, but I always felt like if I understand it, it'll take away from the effect it gives me, right? Because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm like, I don't want that. I want to still be able to see magic happen and go, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? But if I know how to do it, I'm like, you just hide it behind your ring finger, or you just put it in the, you know what I'm saying? You bent a little bit of this fifth card that you put in here that, you know, so I'm like, I don't want to understand it, because then it might take away from like the kid in me that like just is amazing.
But there's like there's levels to it, and I'll put it to you this way, because I feel like you get it. So, you know, because you're like big into sports, it's like, you know, the rules of like basketball or football, so you know how to play. But then there's actually like getting to the next level and being like one of the best in the world at whatever it is. I feel like it's like that. Because like, you know, even though I know how some of the tricks are done, like when I'm looking for like, okay, he's gonna do like XYZ thing, like I don't see it all the time. So I'm like, oh dang, like he's really good. Like he might actually be magic.
For sure. I mean, yes. But for the smaller degree things, I'm still amazed by those. So I want to continue my childlike amazement of it.
You know what I wanted to get? I wanted to get the wallet that when you open it, a flame comes out. I'm glad I didn't get that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
If I got that when I was a kid, it would have been bad. As an adult now, though, I'll be fine.
No, because you'll end up somewhere and forget. You'll end up at an AMC and they're like, "Can I see your license?"
Like, oh, let me pay.
Shit. My bad, wrong wallet. Sorry.
Banned for life.
Right? Yeah.
No, you don't understand.
I know good and damn well I would forget which wallet is which and end up banned at a local movie theater. So no, thank you. What was I going to say? Jamie, did I ask you about Now You Can See? No, I didn't. Have you seen them?
I believe I've seen both, but I only really remember like I really liked the first one. I was kind of like you, where the second one I was like lukewarm on.
Yeah. I'm with you there. I didn't love it, and I'm like, you're kind of ruining this a little bit, because you know what it was. I held the first one in the same esteem as what's the one with Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale, The Illusionist. I think it was Illusionist. The Illusionist.
Maybe that sounds right.
I don't know if it's The Illusionist, but whatever that movie was that they did that people revere as like one of the all-time greats. I did have Now You Can See Me up there. You know what I'm saying? I did not see any of that first movie coming, and then the second one came out, and I'm like, it ain't hitting the same. It's not hitting the same. So, but then again, I don't know of many sequels nowadays that aren't like major IPs that hit the same. Like I did think, what's the thing that Daniel Craig's doing where he's the detective, LeBlanc?
Oh, Knives Out, Glass.
Yeah. I think the second one was remarkably better than the first one. So I'm like, I think they got better with the sequel.
Interesting.
So for me, that makes me even more excited for the third one. I'm going to tell you why I prefer the second one over The Prestige. Thank you. To you and DJ. Thank you. The Illusionist is a movie, by the way, but that's with Edward Norton, I think.
That's exactly
right. What was I going to say? So the reason why I take the second one over the first Knives Out is, I swear to God, and I know I'm not the only one. When you're watching, and this spoiler alert for anyone that hasn't seen the first Knives Out, if you haven't, just step away for a second. This is not going to be a long-winded conversation. But in the first one, there was someone that was missing from like the first 20, 25 minutes of that movie. And I know I'm not the only one that thought that's the killer. And then you see him, and then you're like, oh, maybe it's not. Then you get to the end of the movie, and you're like, I was fucking right. It was him. So I'm like, for me, it was just like, I don't like that feeling. The second one, I literally couldn't put a finger on the pulse of anything. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on here. Like, it really got me. Not saying that the first one wasn't good. It was very, very well done, but I prefer the second one. Joel, Now You See Me, Now You Don't. You gonna give it a shot?
If I watch the other two, sure.
So you've not seen the other two, or you're saying because you saw the other two, you'll see them?
I've never seen it, any of them.
Oh,
Yeah, Trayvon.
that's surprising.
Yeah, Trayvon. He's starting to rub me the wrong way too. Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Just
I
saying.
agree. No, it's okay. Yeah, you're rubbing me the wrong way, and I don't like it. Did you guys last week talk about Sinners?
Yeah, I think we did.
You did?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, okay.
Jamie!
I know. See, you know what's
Revoke
crazy?
now.
Literally the day that I was flying home, not even like
Jamie,
a few hours after I got into the airport, my family went to go see it. I'm like, why did you go
So rude.
now that I'm gone? Now
Hey,
you decided you want to see
Jamie.
Sinners.
Jamie, I'm sorry to say this, but that was very much a conversation that was had.
Yeah.
It was like,
See, and then it got
it
worse.
was like not with
Jamie, you're going to have to start calling your home where you're at right now home. That's what
Right.
you're
It
asking.
got
Yeah.
worse because they
They've,
went to go see Sinners. Then they went
decided.
to Ruth Chris.
Oh, even worse.
Yeah.
They went to
They-
spend
they-
money.
Wow.
They literally got in a group chat and said, "What's the most fun we could have without Jamie?"
Without
And they were
Jamie.
like, "Whoa, I have a list."
You know what it-
No, they were like, "What time she leaving?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
that's
They're
what
like,
I
you know what
felt
would be cheaper? Dinner and a movie without Jamie. This
You know what you guys
Yeah.
have to pay attention to,
Yep.
Jamie? How many times people ask you when you leaving? When's your flight? They ask you too many
That's
times. They planning. They planning your
What time I
demise.
gotta
That's
take you
what
to?
it is.
What time I gotta take you there?
Yeah, what time you gotta go? It's like, didn't you ask me 10 minutes ago? Yeah, I forgot. Tell me again.
See,
You
my
should really
mom
get
was
there
like,
2 hours early.
You should leave now.
my mom was
I'm
like,
sitting there for 8 hours. It's best to do that. You
she
should go.
told me she didn't even want to go see Sinners. She was like, we were there to go see the accountant, but they came at the wrong time. I'm like, ain't no way you went to the movie theater, didn't know what time the movie was.
To be honest with you, not only did your mom want to see that movie badly, your mom might have been the person that suggested they all go out.
It was all planned.
Anytime a lie is given like that, the person that said it was the person that set it up. 100%.
Yeah, I believe it.
100%.
I'm very hurt.
Shout out to Jamie's mom. Well, it's all in jokes. I'm sure it was accidental. It wasn't on purpose. If it happens again,
no.
Jamie, you should ask some questions.
No.
Accident.
Jamie,
was crazy.
if they don't have Thanksgiving on the one day you're able to come down, but the day you leave they have Thanksgiving, you should start asking questions for sure. Start asking some questions. Something's happening there. We did get the
This will affect my Mother's Day gift. This will be put into consideration.
They did begin filming of Ahsoka season 2.
Oh,
So
okay.
we should be seeing a trailer probably by July. Honestly, I'm gonna say
wow.
this. I'm gonna say this. If San Diego Comic-Con doesn't get an Ahsoka trailer and a Doomsday trailer, I would ask for a refund. 100%. 100%. 100%. I'm asking for a refund. 100%.
Have they ever refunded anybody for Comic
Of
Con?
course not. But I can ask for it. What the fuck? I can ask.
Yeah, I
Because
guess.
to me, I kind of just think at that point, you're just grandstanding Hall H. Because I would tell Kevin, if Kevin showed up talking about something, this is what we're doing in 2 years, Kevin, I don't give a fuck. Where is the trailer for the movie you've been filming for the last 3 months? Where's that? Give me a little bit of that. I don't give a fuck about later. Give me that.
We need a taste.
Yeah, we need a little something. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Right, yeah. I don't want to have to keep relying on the fact that AI has gotten so good that I'm now getting AI Dr. Doom on sets. I don't want that shit. I want real deal. All right, now we need real deal sooner.
AI shit is getting out of control.
Joel, I got
It
tricked
is.
to Spawn again. I'm like from the same page again. It just looks so good.
Yeah.
I'm sick of it. I want real news. Real news. Sick of this shit. Trayvon, what else started filming? You put it in the group chat. You were saying that Simu Liu is on set for Doomsday.
Yeah, I mean he is, but that was just a joke. But
No. But I'm saying I'm talking about things that have started
Yeah.
filming. Obviously, Doomsday started filming,
yeah, they just started filming.
and we now know that Simu Liu is on set. I've heard Chris Hemsworth is on set. So it's ramping. It's rampant.
They're moving and grooving, and there's definitely set photos of nothing yet. Well, not nothing, but no acting.
Right.
Yeah.
We know it started filming 2 days ago.
Yeah, there's some stuff, but there's no acting. Not that I've seen.
I think they're filming to start Joel inside. I think that's why you're not going to see or probably hear him much.
They've because I follow that one site that does the drone shots, and there's like sets of like holes everywhere or mansion and stuff like that. That's the only thing they're showing us at the moment.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I think the best chance we get to get something is probably San Diego Comic-Con, if that.
I mean, I don't know. At least we're getting marketing for Fantastic Four. I guess that's
for sure.
Yeah, but at this point, I know I'm definitively getting that in July. I can wait. I need this taste, dog. I need this taste.
The biggest non-Marvel April was the worst because we got well not the worst. Let me take it back. Excuse me. All we got was the tail end of Daredevil. But we have nothing. Like this month was kind of empty. May you get Thunderbolts, June you get Ironheart, July you get Fantastic Four and Superman.
Which, by the way, can I just ask the elephants in the room here? Are they going to give us this Ironheart trailer?
Overweight, but not by that much, you fuck.
Well, if the shoe fits. That's all I'll say. Anyway, are we going to get this Ironheart trailer the day it comes out? Is that what's going to happen at this point? I mean, they're really telling us they have no faith in this show. There's been no promotion for this show. No conversation. Look, you guys know how, like, when stuff's about to come out, Entertainment Weekly will, like, leak photos. I don't even think we got that.
I mean, we did a couple of months. We did like a couple of months ago, didn't we? Like from something like that, where they
dropped pictures, but not a lot.
Yeah,
and we got some scenes like in like the montages for Disney,
right?
But nothing big. Like,
you think it's delayed?
Because our first trailer was in January, right, for Daredevil.
Do you think the show's delayed?
No. How could they delay it?
By now.
They could.
Why would they? It's been done for like 2 years. What did this?
Yeah.
They had to push it back. Remember?
I mean, that's the problem, though. Everybody's like forgetting about it. That's why I'm just like.
Well, that's their fault. Like, just drop it.
I don't want it to do bad though, because we know what the narrative would be if it.
Maybe they're waiting for Thunderbolts to drop so they can go into it.
Maybe. And again, Trayvon, I'm with you.
I'm just saying that's what will happen. If that show does bad, the narrative would be not because of Disney, but because she's black. And I know it.
No, and I'm saying if people go with that mindset, they're ignoring right now. Right now, where their show is getting no promotion, no publicity.
Yeah,
that's what they'll do, though.
I know, but that's what they'll do. That's what I'm saying.
No, but I'm saying we have to start getting to a point where we realize their opinions don't matter. Because if you're ignoring right now,
we won't get another one. That's the problem.
I'm saying is if Disney uses that as a scapegoat, we'll know 100% this time that it's not an overwhelming group of people that tank a show. It's because Disney put nothing into it. They put absolutely nothing into it. Now, let's be fair. May has not even started yet for a show that comes out in June. They could go full bore in May, heading into June. They could. So I'm not trying to get all highly emotional here, but I'm just saying not having a first trailer yet for a show that comes out in 2 months is a little insane to me. And I start to have PTSD of when they ended Punisher on Netflix and they dropped the trailer on Monday for the show that dropped Friday. The first trailer for Punisher dropped on a Monday and the season dropped on a Friday. That's just telling people, hey, we don't give a fuck. We just put it out because we need to get it out. We're done. No more Punisher. Move on. I don't want that feeling for this show. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, maybe May into June, they go full bore. But if they don't, I do not want to hear any of the race cards or any of that shit. We know exactly what it was, and it was Disney saying, I ain't putting money into promoting this shit. Have at it. That's where it begins and ends. Because we're watching it happen right now.
It's stupid.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, shit, when did we get the first Daredevil trailer? Like, it felt like it was a year before it came out.
I think it was in January.
We got the first Daredevil trailer. Was that the first trailer we got?
We had so many multiple announcements about Daredevil. It was like, you couldn't forget about it.
Right.
I felt about Daredevil.
Daredevil.
So-
Ironheart,
was true.
nothing.
It took forever to get anything for Daredevil. I remember waiting a long time. And then it all hit.
Yeah.
See,
but-
Daredevil already has the fan base built
Daredevil has a
in.
following.
Ironheart
Yeah.
needs it.
Mhm.
Ironheart
Yeah.
needs
I
more of a
don't
push.
disagree, but it does seem like it starts
Oh, I have either fat fingers or these buttons are too small. iPhone. God damn it.
to what was I gonna say? Yeah, so hopefully we get something soon for that. Jamie,
Yeah.
have you played Split Fiction?
Yes, I have. Me and Dij, we played through the whole game.
Well, Sydney Sweeney has been cast in the live-action Split Fiction movie. John Chu is set to direct it.
Love that.
Reet Reese and Paul Wernick are writing the script.
Fat Reese, though.
Love that too.
What did I say?
Reese.
Did I? Oh, Reet Reese. I don't know. Apparently, you got to be Scooby-Doo to say this motherfucker's name. So. But yeah, so Jamie, how does that make you feel? I know nothing about this game, so I'm passing it right to you.
Well, the game is great. I definitely recommend, get a friend or whoever, family member, play it. It's great. Great co-op game. I am a little bit, I guess, curious with how fast this is going, because the game literally came out, I think it was last month, maybe beginning of this month. I don't know. Time is just a construct, but it just dropped. And now they're already talking about the film adaptation. Granted, maybe that's just how fast things move now, and they're like, okay, we see there's money in these game adaptations, so let's get to work on them. Yeah, I'm curious about that. Sydney Sweeney, they didn't say who she's playing, because there's two main ladies. I would assume it would be the white lady, because there's a white lady and there's I don't know what her ethnicity is, but she looks like Hispanic to me, at least. And I hope they're not casting Sydney Sweeney as the Hispanic girl. But I don't know.
It's
Sydney
Hollywood.
Sweeney's she's not my favorite actress, but I don't dislike her. I think she's all right. So
Do you think she could
We'll
pull off
see.
Spanish?
no.
No.
Al Pacino did it twice. Why can't Sydney Sweeney do it?
In the 70s.
I'm just saying, Al Pacino was a Hispanic twice. Y'all don't give him enough shit about that. Just saying. Don't take it out on Sydney Sweeney.
I don't care.
Don't you dare take it out on Sydney Sweeney.
She gotta be Zoe. I would assume so, but I don't know. They did not say that she was either or yet.
So the Daredevil trailer dropped January 15th.
The first one, was there a teaser or anything before that?
First official trailer.
Oh, well then, yeah, that's bullshit.
And it came out March 4th.
Well, Jamie, look, I
Mhm.
appreciated everything you said, but at the end of the day, they casted Sydney Sweeney, so I'm in there. Actually, no, let me not say that, because I did not go see whatever that fucking Spider-Woman, Madam Web bullshit was.
You didn't
And-
see Madam Web?
Fuck no, and it was not enough how hot that cast was. I couldn't do that shit. No,
She couldn't
no,
even
no
say
way.
that movie.
No
Actually,
way.
they did their best to cover her up in that movie. They really did.
The faces were beautiful enough that I should have gone to see that movie or just watch it at home. I told you from the moment that movie was announced, I would not be giving Madam Web any attention. And
I watched it on,
I held to it.
Oh, it was on
Hell to
Netflix.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, I
it's
can't
bad.
even do that. Yeah, I can't even do that. Can't even do that.
What? That was
Can't
alright.
do that.
It was not
Nope.
all right.
Nope. Nope. Not doing it. Yeah. So Sydney Sweeney seems like that'll get me in here, and I like John. I like John a lot. So the director.
Yep.
So I'm in. Joel, you've not played Split Fiction, right?
I have not. No.
Okay. All right. Trayvon, you play it?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Y'all
Well,
should play it. It's good.
no, Sydney Sweeney. That's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Play it with Sydney Sweeney. There you go.
mean,
Can I?
I mean, why not?
I'm in then. Only way I'm playing it because I
The only way.
Only way.
What?
Sydney's the only way. I know we got off of The Last of Us, but I wanted to bring this back because I did love these comments that Bella Ramsey made. Bella Ramsey spoke on the comparisons to the video game Ellie, and deactivating social media. Quote, I got quite fixated on the way that Ellie looks in the game and her muscle definition. My body type isn't that. It was challenging you said what, Joel?
Like muscle definition.
She's toned.
No. What she's saying is when you look at the actress and then you look at Ellie in The Last of Us 2, their body structures are different. Not drastically different, but they are different. Like, they are different.
They're both puny, so like, but I get what she's saying.
She's okay. Well, she's saying if Ellie is puny, I'm punier, is what she's trying to say. She's saying Ellie has some muscle.
She's not as toned because Ellie was not big at all. Like that's why people...
No. She's not saying like rich. She just means like there's definition to Ellie that I'm never gonna have.
She's just toned, you know. She's got that farmhand body, you know.
Well, that's what it means.
Listen to the full thing she said. So she said, I got quite fixated on the way that Ellie looks in the game and her muscle definition. My body type isn't that. It was a challenge for me to let myself off the hook for not looking computer generated. I always knew that I'd deactivate social media one day and never even really wanted to have social media. We know, Trayvon, we know why she has it. Never wanted to have social media in the first place. If I just avoid Twitter and Reddit, which now I'm doing, then everything's totally fine. Yep. All I have to say to her is, once season 2's over, unless season 3 is just more of season 2, if season 3 is a completely different story, there's nothing for people to bitch about. I mean, they have nothing to go off of. So, like, at that point, it's just, you're hating just to hate at that point.
I mean, that's what they're going to do anyway. And, you know, it's hard, especially for, not that they don't do this to guys, but like especially women, like people are very hard on their appearances and whatnot.
No, they do not do it to guys. Seth Rogen has been the same fat fuck for like the last I don't know how long.
It depends on the character.
It depends on like what there's like certain aspects that people will be hard on, like costuming or like whatever it might be. But
sure.
for just like women in general, it's just like it could just be your body, and they'll be like, "Yo, why does she look like that?" It's like that's just her.
I mean, nitpicked even worse because of men, but not to say that men don't get picked on, because they definitely do. Like Robin Pattinson got shit for being too small for Batman. Like skinny. He wasn't toned enough. He wasn't. I'm like, all right, relax.
I'm like, we've seen quite a few different body structures for Batman.
So like that's what I mean. Like it happens though. You know, people they're like not in a certain shape and
so I get it. I'm honestly, and maybe we will hear more from Caitlin Dever. Is it Dever? Dever? Well, maybe we'll hear more from her because I feel like she definitely has a harder task with being compared to Abby in the game versus her character in the show, because Abby in the game is like, you know, she's a very large lady.
The arms especially. Curls.
So I don't know what she might be going through. On top of like, and they said, I don't think it was I think it was an interview where they said her mom died before she filmed the scene where she had like killed Joel. Yep. So there's already a lot going on with her life in general. So I don't know.
Which is why people with a brain constantly say, you don't shit on people for no reason, because you never know what people are going through in their own lives. And the last thing I'm sure that girl wanted to hear was that your body's not good enough to do what you need to do when she's dealing with losing her mother. So again, I let me not be on my high horse, because I'm sure throughout my time podcasting, there's been a character or an actor that I wanted to look more like a certain thing or whatever the case may be. I'm sure I have. So I don't want to seem like. Oh, go ahead, Joel. I'm sorry.
I'm sure a lot of people had their opinions on, especially like Gal Gadot got casted as Wonder Woman.
Oh, you know how I always felt. I told you I never was You made Batman huge. Henry was a little larger than most Supermen are. I did not also need a beefy Wonder Woman in the middle of that. To me, that was just too much to look at. Like, I never wanted that.
There was a lot of body shape when she got casted.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. But I just want to make sure I'm pointing out I'm not on my moral high horse. I'm just saying once it's submitted and it's done, it's done. I did not remember, Joel. I saw what Christian Bale looked like in his score months and months before we got an official first look because of a toy. I knew from the toy I was gonna hate how this motherfucker looked. I had to let it go.
Yeah, but that wasn't
just
it
let it
wasn't
go.
the shape. It was just
That wasn't like him as a person.
No. The only reason why I'm using that as an example is the only reason I believe he didn't look like Gore. I don't believe that bullshit they said. I believe it's because the studio and Bale wanted to show his face. And if you did too much prosthetics or whatever you needed to do, it covers up that it's actually Christian Bale. I don't think he wanted to do that. I don't think they wanted him to do that. I think they wanted to sell it with Christian Bale's name, and you can't sell it if you can't tell who he is. So for me, that's what I think the issue was. I don't believe that whole, they're going to confuse it with Harry Potter. If someone sits down in a Thor movie and goes, where's Harry? That's their fucking problem. That shouldn't be yours. That should not be yours. The Marvel logo is not a dead giveaway? No, that wasn't it? Okay, that's your problem. Anyway, I just wanted to show her some love because I think she's doing a great acting job. I think she's adding. I love the sass that she adds. I love the assholism that her version of Ellie adds to the character. I love what she's doing with it. I really do. And look, I think Kate did great. I hated Abby in the game. I hate Abby in the show. I think she's doing awesome. So I have no complaints about body structure or any of that other bullshit.
I definitely had my own comments about, like, not to say, like, oh, she needed to be this way or the other, but it's like, in the game, like, there was a story reason as, like, why she got as big as she got. Like, an anticipation for, like, going after Joel. It's like, I'm fine with them not doing that if they just, like, give me some kind of different story beat, because I felt like that was a big part of, like, her and, like, the group that she was around, that they were, like, building themselves up for that. So I'm like, we'll have to do something different, but it's totally fine. But at the end of the day, I'm like,
Jamie, I don't disagree with you. My issue is only ever, it's like, I look at it the same way to what Joel said about Robert Pattinson. Batman's body structure does not define who Batman is.
Right, yeah.
I don't believe Abby's body structure defines who she is at her core. It's just something she dedicated so that she had the endurance, the strength, the mindset to be able to go through a long road of revenge, right? But revenge is a mindset. Anyone fat or skinny can shoot a gun. You know what I'm saying? Or could jump someone. So I'm like, to me, I never felt like it defined her. You said what, Joel?
It's just not even that drastic. It's just she's not as defined. Like it's not that serious.
Right.
No, yeah. I let it go. I was like, I'm like, it would have been cool, but whatever.
Yeah, and see, I appreciate you, Jamie, because you had your issue with it, but you didn't let it interfere with your ability to enjoy the season.
Right,
which, again, I'm fine with, because I have numerous critiques about certain things, but you just can't let it overwhelm the medium. You know it's going to be different. You knew that for a long time. Like, once they announced the actress, you knew she was about, what did you think? She's about to add, like, 100 pounds of muscle? Like, that wasn't about to happen. So, like, you knew it from that point. At this point, it shouldn't even matter. All right.
No, it doesn't.
So we did get our first trailer for Wednesday Season 2. Part 1 releases August 6th. Part 2 releases September 3rd. I'm very excited for it. They added more to the cast. They just announced another cast member. Joel, it's the guy from that was just in what's Jack Reacher? The dad. He just got cast in Wednesday. In this newest season of Jack Reacher, yeah, he just got cast. They just announced it today. So that's another addition to the show. I'm very excited for this. I don't know how this show does it, but this show makes Jenna Ortega look younger.
She does.
Like, I don't know how they do it, but she always looks around like 14,
it's the hair.
15.
It's the hair.
Yeah.
It's something, but like,
She
they
already
do magic.
She has a young look to her already.
Yeah, baby
But
face.
it doesn't take much.
Right. Because, like, I was watching, I was just like, how old are they portraying her to be in this show? Like, wait a minute, how old is she supposed to be? But no, I love the trailer. I'm very excited for it. I have no problem with it being in August, a split August and September 3rd. I love the trailer. Joel, did you like the trailer?
Did like the trailer. I love the Addams Family. So like, I love the first season of Wednesday. I'm already so super down for it. So when is it, in August, right?
Yep, August 6th.
So, Yeah, I'm very excited for Wednesday.
Not far from your birthday, sir.
Not at all. So yeah, very excited. Love that. I love her. You know, I love the actors they've casted. We fortunately got to meet some of them. That was fun too.
We did.
So,
Even Jen Ortega herself.
Exactly. So I'm cheering for them. I hope this, we get more of it. Keep it going.
Slight flex, by the way, if anyone was wondering. Me and Joel had to hit y'all with a slight flex. You know what I'm saying? A little bit.
Our last hit before we quit.
Yeah, before we went off into the sunset. Jamie, you excited for season 2 of Wednesday?
I am. I didn't realize there was a trailer on. Like, I'm watching it right now. I saw that somebody like posted posters on like the YouTube community tab, but completely forgot to check to see if there's a trailer. But no, I really loved season 1 actually, and it was very unexpected for me. Because y'all know, like, Addams Family was before my time, so I don't know a lot about it.
That's not true. That is not true.
It's pretty true. It's
That is
pretty
not
true.
What year were you born?
1999.
There was an Addams Family not far from that
Not
year.
far from it was it before my time, Jawad?
It was in your time.
All right.
I mean, you could have been saying Goo Goo Gaga at the time, but it was around it.
That means it was before my time.
Not true. Not true at all.
I
And
think
it's
so.
no excuse.
There was an animated. There was
1932,
animated
and I
Addams
still saw it.
Family. Was it?
I feel like I saw something of an animated Addams Family. So, like they had like
That was good.
they have like a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, they made cartoons for it.
had a lot of
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I feel like I saw something of that.
You never saw the Christina Ricci version?
No, I don't think
Neither
so.
of them.
So you didn't understand the importance of Christina Ricci being in this show?
Oh, I mean, I recognize she was in the OG, so I'm like, that's cool. But I don't have that nostalgia.
Oh, wait, hold on.
He got taller and thinner.
Time out. I'm not that much older than Jamie, I want to point out, by the way. I was only born in 93, so I ain't old, all right? I'm just putting that out there.
For now.
Speak for myself. Just put that out there. Y'all notice how tall is now? I swear he was... I don't even think it's the same actor. I swear to God, I don't think it's the same actor. His glow-up was insane.
It's the same actor.
Wait, Jane, what year did you say?
99.
And you said 93?
Mm-hmm.
He's like,
you're not that far from me, sir.
I didn't say I was. I just said I'm not that far from Jamie. That's all I was saying. Trayvon, you excited for season 2 of Wednesday?
I am. It looks like they turned up the supernaturalness of it.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like for this season. So I'm excited for that. We got people shooting out electric powers and shit now. So so we're here for all. I'm here for all that. So I'm excited. The show is surprising. The first season was I was like, wow, this is great, and they're finally coming back for the next one. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah, I'm with you. Damn, now Trayvon said you're old. If I'm old, I don't know what that make him. So anyway, we also got our first trailer.
We all old.
For Predator Badlands. I'm not gonna lie to you. The trailer dropped while I was at work. I literally dropped everything on my desk, went outside, and needed to fully embrace this trailer. Dan, I can't clap for you enough, bro. This looks epic. I thought Prey was the highest you could ever get. This and your spin on it to where it's Predator v Predator. I'm in love. Predator Badlands is already the greatest Predator movie ever made. And I love the little sprinkles we got for an Alien versus Predator. I love that little sprinkle we got. So I'm very excited for Predator Badlands. Shout out to Dan Trachtenberg, I think is his name. I'm in. I'm in. And I hope that Aliens 2 is good also so that we can get Alien versus Predator. Joel, I'll start off with you. Now I'm realizing your thoughts on Wednesday season 2, and then your thoughts on Predator Badlands.
I already talked about Wednesday, right? I thought I did. Yeah, I did. I'm like Wednesday 2, fine. I mean, I'm very excited. I told you.
Wait, did I start with you?
I believe you did.
I thought I started with Jamie. I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead. Predator Badlands.
very excited for Wednesday. Predator Badlands, also very excited for that. I love Predator. It's one of my favorite movies, original classic movies. I've liked most of the movies since then. So I like to pray. So this guy seems to be doing the God's work with the Predator because there's the animated one coming out soon too. That one looks fucking great.
Mhm.
This looks fucking crazy. I mean, I'm very excited to see this in theaters. Apparently there might be a connection to Alien.
No, there's no might be. It's in the trailer.
Yeah, but it's not clear. You know?
No, well, it's not clear to the untrained eye. To the trained eye, if you saw her eyes, you know exactly what it is.
Yeah, but if you don't, you don't. Like you're like, oh, it's a human. Not if you know what you're looking at.
I will just say, if you saw the last Alien movie and you saw the black dude and what his character was, and then you see her, it's the same thing. So if that helps you people out there, there you go. If that helps you at all.
Anyway, that looks. I like that. That looks fucking. I love that. And I was wondering how a fucking random human showed up in this thing anyway. And it's just different than anything we've seen from that character so far. So and it's hard to do that with like we've been doing Predator for years, but they've kind of been trying to stay within the same formula. It's only the last couple of years that they've been kind of switched it up. So I dig it. I dig it a lot.
Yep. That's pretty much it. I do want to go over this. Maybe you guys already went over this, but thought this was interesting. Daredevil Born Again showrunner was asked if Foggy is really dead.
Oh.
And he said, quote, "That's a tough one, and I'm going to dodge that question. There's mythology inside the comic books about a lot of these characters. So I think that the responsible, fun thing to do is say time will tell. I can't give you any definitive answer on that."
I know he's not dead.
That's a no.
That's hilarious. Could you guys picture if they asked the Last of Us showrunner, "Is Joel dead?" And he was just like, "There's a lot of mythology in this video game." So like,
all he had to say
that
was,
would be a twist.
all he had to say was yes.
yeah, I'm like, we watched.
All he said
Joel
was yes
die.
and
Like,
lie.
what
He
do
could
you
just lie.
mean? It's like,
See, they
don't
can't go that
know.
route anymore because they had Tommy cleaning his body, so they can't go that route anymore.
I mean, they could have done a switcheroo. You never know.
Well,
Not a switcheroo.
Boy, Daredevil, all he had to say was yes.
I agree, Trevor.
And just lie. Just lie. Just do it.
I agree.
That's true.
All that
Yeah, he
extra
could've
shit
just lied.
did not help at all.
That was a no. That confirmed it for everybody. That was just such a
You
weird
know what it was, Trayvon? You know what it was? It was hedging his bet. Because if there's any part of season 2 that don't have Foggy in it, and that's what they go with, he can come out and say, "I didn't tell y'all
I
he
never
was
said
coming back.
that. I never said it was
I never told you that. I never said
Y'all
that."
assumed. And
Yeah,
what do you
so-
do when you assume?
He's hedging his bet. So if he does come back, he can say, "See? Told y'all." If he doesn't, he can go, "See? Told y'all." It's like, he didn't really say anything. So, I mean, to us, that means Foggy will be back, right? But if he's not back, he can safely say, "I didn't tell y'all he was coming back." So.
To save my head.
Well, he already told us that too, though. Like,
No, I know.
in a
You're
year, a while
absolutely
back.
right. No,
Which is
he also
crazy.
didn't say it then. He said that you would see him again, but that could be a flashback. That could be him haunting Matt. That could be in any variation. So, but
We know he'll be back next
He
season.
said there in season 2. That's what he said. That's what he
right,
said.
yeah. But it could
Yeah,
be in
but
any
we-
form. It could
Right,
be in
What
any
the
form.
capacity, yeah.
Don't take it. Yeah, it could definitely be in a dream.
No,
Okay.
no, you can take it. It's literal, but I would suggest you don't. All right, so this weekend I'm looking forward to the new season of Fortnite. Star Wars drops this Friday.
Oh, you're going back.
I'm less looking forward to that. More looking forward to they're going to be releasing the Tales of the Underworld, the Star Wars saga. It's going to be in Fortnite. Like, you can go to like a lobby and watch the episodes.
Interesting. Okay.
But the actual season starts Sunday. So I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool to be able to do that.
Yeah.
No, I think you get like a skin or something if you do it through that. So I think I might do that.
I like free stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, I love when they do cool stuff like that. You know, because they can easily just roll out the game and go, "Here, fuck off." But I like that they do cool stuff like that.
Yeah.
And look, if it could bring more eyes to it, to get us more seasons, yeah, I'm always game for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, last thing here. Andrew Garfield says he would love to return to Spider-Man. He said, quote, "It would have to be very weird. I think I would like to do something very strange. I would want to do something very unique, offbeat, and surprising." So you know what Sony's saying to themselves right now, right?
Yeah, thesaurus, look for all the synonyms of unique, strange, weird.
They're saying to themselves, they're going, so Sinister Six movie is what he wants. And he'll get it. He'll get it. We'll put Spider-Man in this movie so everyone stops bitching, and we bring back all the villains we've been building up. That aren't villains anymore, they're anti-heroes. But we're bringing it back. That's all Sony heard was, oh, you want to fight? You want to fight them? Okay, all right, cool. We got you. No problem. Say less, dog. Say less, Andrew. We got you.
And if I'm Andrew, I say, fuck you.
Really, if we're being honest, all Andrew was saying was, "I'll see you on Secret Wars."
What I would like if they really wanted to bring him back, I would try to find a spider for him, to do like its own like solo project or whatever.
I think that'd be cool.
That'd be fun. Something that's not specifically Peter Parker Spider-Man. Maybe an alternate version. The Spider-Verse is grand. Pick one.
Yep. All right, so that's pretty much all we got. Am I forgetting anything, guys?
I saw a thing that said Shogun's not going to start filming until January of next year.
Right, and they're bringing back the colonizer, and
they got to.
Yeah, I mean, you always gotta have a good colonizer, right? And,
well, no, let's not phrase it like that.
I'm sure that's what he meant.
Always gotta have a good one.
He was a good guy. I'll do that.
Who?
Man, what's he gonna do now that
that man landed there, and the first chance he got to tell everybody back home of the good shit they was doing over there, he did it. That's a colonizer. I don't understand what I'm saying that's wrong.
Colonizer.
What am I saying that's wrong?
What was the question?
I called him a colonizer, and Trayvon's like, he was a good guy, be nice. And I'm like, I thought I was just stating the obvious.
Who was a colonizer?
You would say that as a Drake stan.
Ooh,
wow.
Hey, Jamie will never be back. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
You know how earlier.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Anyway, no idea what you're talking about.
Okay. I don't know if we talked about Heartstopper last time or not. Joel, I don't remember.
I don't remember talking about it. No.
I don't remember if I brought it up or not.
I don't think I have an opinion.
Would you like to bring it up?
No, it's okay. Y'all don't care about it.
It doesn't mean you can't bring it up.
All right, we can talk about it.
We bring up shit that you don't care about all the time.
Oh yeah. Fair enough.
Would you like to talk about it?
No.
Oh, I would like to add one more thing before.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyway, we brought up something that came up last week with the Lantern show. Garrett Dillahan teasing Green Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about it on the show last week. We didn't, because at the time when we talked about it, he literally dropped it like not too long ago, not earlier that day, and we didn't know what to think of it, and I was very skeptical because nobody was really talking about it. I'm like, what the fuck? How do you put that out there and not expect people to react? You know, it's rude.
Yeah. It's so weird. Like, it's part of the movie. It's weird. Why would you do that?
That's why. So it's part of the show. So I'm like, how do you have? It makes zero sense. And then obviously, James Gunn denied it, and then he comes out and says, "I'm just joking. That's a costume from years ago. I was just messing." I'm like, well, don't fuck with people's emotions, because a lot of people reacted to that shit.
That's not funny.
Hey, buddy, take it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Can I tell you why I think he's lying?
Oh, no, you think he's lying? Okay.
Oh, I do think he's lying.
I think he's lying. Okay. Joel, I'm gonna ask you this: who is Hal Jordan's best friend?
Barry Allen.
Well, who's his other best friend?
Albert Queen.
And they would have to be around the same age, and those two guys are very much around the same age.
That's why when he did it, it was odd to me. But again, the guy's already been casted like as a character they named him and everything. So I was like, it was weird. Nobody was fucking talking about it, It was just him.
Yeah.
I feel like he did something out of turn, and James Gunn was like, "Clean it up, clean it up," and I'm gonna laugh it off. Don't do it again.
As soon as he did it, James Gunn was just like, "Yeah, you're Gary now." It's like, what? Yeah, you're Gary. I don't know who the fuck Gary is, but guess who he's not? Oliver Queen. So good job fucking that up. So
He was like,
enjoy being Gary.
I can't drop you from this because they'll know why I dropped you.
Right, exactly. So enjoy being Gary that dies in the first 10 minutes of this show. All right, asshole.
Will it make
Yeah, all I'll say is this, is that if he's not Oliver Queen, I'm fine with that. No skin off my back, but they need to fucking do an Oliver Queen.
Obviously, I agree.
So as long as they do an Oliver Queen, I'm fine. Doesn't need to be him. I don't care who it is, but do one.
I mean, hopefully soon we'll get something on Oliver.
Right.
That'd be nice.
That's all I ask. So, but all right, Jamie, I know you're going through it right now. I want to appreciate you for coming on stream with us today.
Yep. I was, one of the highlights of my day. Glad I could be here. And y'all don't do more than you think you can. Don't do it.
Okay.
Like
Don't
fight
do
a
it. Play
gorilla?
it safe. I mean, that's not where I was going with it, but I would encourage y'all not to try to pick any fights with gorillas. Don't do that.
Well, if you guys live near a zoo, test it out. Trayvon, also, Trayvon Joel, great show. Always love doing it with you guys. Great to be back. It was off 2 weeks. One of the weeks was the Mrs. birthday, and the other week was just rough day at work. So needed a little bit of a breather. But I'm back. Not like John Wick. Not that cool, but I am back. What was I going to say? We'll have a review for Thunderbolts next week. I'll have seen it twice by next Wednesday. Trayvon will have seen it twice by Friday. And AJ will have seen it 15 times by Sunday. Right.
Wow.
AJ will
I thought about seeing it twice
times.
Tomorrow, but I said I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna do it once.
Yeah.
I did that. I'm gonna see Amateur instead after.
Yeah, no. I did that a couple weeks ago, and I don't know if it's my age or what, but no fucking way I'll ever do that again. 2 movies in one day, that close to each other?
I could do it.
Oh, they're playing it at the theater near me, which is surprising. They almost never have big movies, so maybe I can get.
What fucking theater do you have? Do they act it out themselves? Is that what it is?
No, it's Alamo Draft House. So it's like, they do some like niche stuff. Yeah. Okay. They'll have some newer things, but they're not always the biggest, like Thunderbolts and like different Marvel stuff. So
that's crazy. You'd assume movies like that would keep them in business longer.
Do you have this subscription service?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I just recently found out they had one. It was a real surprise. I was like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No,
like AMC A-List, they have one.
I've been falling off on I've like, if I catch up on one thing, I fall off on the other. So it's like I've been on top of my TV shows, slacking on my movies. So
I did want to say 2 last quick things. If you guys next week want to talk Andor, please, by all means, go ahead. I started the first episode, fell asleep 6 different times. I'll watch it when it's all done. No fucking way am I gonna put myself through that shit again. And 2, I finished You, and I'm very glad this is the final season.
So, okay, actually, let me ask you really quick, because I'm torn if I want to watch it or not, because I could have sworn they said last season was the final season, and now it's not. So, what do you feel like it's worth it to watch it, or you just?
It's worth it to watch it to complete it. But I am very glad that they decided we're done. We're good.
It should have been done last season, but that's okay.
No, this season is a good. You know what this is, Joel? You know what I compare it to? Remember when we left the final James Bond movie with Daniel Craig, and the first thing we said to my dad was, "I would have been fine if the last movie was the last movie, but we're okay that this movie was made to be the last movie, and then we're done." That's how I feel with this. I'm fine that you wanted to complete it so that we don't have to worry about some 5 years from now they try to bring it back. Just be done. Be done. Let it be done. Let it die. I'm good. Done.
I like watching. I'm not done with it, but like watching this season, I can see where it's more or less going, and it's like, yeah, like you can't end it the way it ended last year. You had to.
I will tell you, without saying anything, you don't know where it's going.
Apparently, I know nothing.
I feel like you already told us what happens
Who's pulling up these comments?
based on how you just said it.
Who's slandering me
No,
right now?
I typically sometimes know how Joel sees things. So just from how he said it, I felt like I knew where he was going. And I'm like, you don't.
Well, if I'm right, I'm
gonna text you. I'm gonna ask you because I feel like.
Wait, I heard you, Trayvon. Would you say, Joel?
So if I'm right, I will come back on here and tell you otherwise.
Oh, right.
Man, see, there's only one way I'll be happy with the end of you, and that's if he gets caught. Because I feel like he should have been caught in season 1. Like, there's no way. There's no way nobody doesn't know what he's doing.
That white privilege is powerful, Jamie.
Then it's insane. It's insane.
Don't ever let that go. Don't ever forget that. That white privilege is a very powerful tool to utilize. So please, Joel, because I know you are keeping up with it. If at any point you want to talk Andor, please talk Andor.
I mean, I want Andor to talk about myself.
I'm watching it. I think Gigi's also watching it. So
cool.
Well, the invitation has been extended. You guys want to come here and talk Andor with Joel? It's snail speed, and I barely got through
that's how the first
season
was though. So we know what they're doing.
The show is very much.
Yeah, they ramp you up. Once they get there,
I
kind of like what they're doing right now, though.
I did too, but my thing with it is, as I was watching the last couple episodes, I would really like a Assassin's Creed Star Wars game. like this, the way they played this season out was very cloak and daggerish. I'm like, that would be fucking cool. Imagine that in space. That would be cool.
It's like
that'd be hilarious, knowing how loud everything is that they do in Star Wars. For them to stealth something.
The stealth characters don't make noise.
No. I said how everything in Star Wars is loud. The lightsaber's loud. Yeah, even just taking the gun out your holster is loud. Like everything in Star is so fucking loud. The idea of someone being able to
it's like a size Ventress was quiet.
This show is very
She was sneaky.
I can give you that for Asajj.
She is. There's a lot of characters that are sneaky. It's just it's very outlandish. The Star Wars in general. That's why this show very much is more grounded in the fact that it takes itself a lot more seriously than most Star Wars does. It's really that simple. That's why the writing is so
much. Like we literally saw them on like farmland and stuff. I'm like, okay, like we're grounded. Yeah. Which I kind of appreciate. I'm like,
it's definitely
somebody's doing this.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah. Especially coming off of fucking Skeleton Crew, which is very kiddie and silly compared to what you do. Andor is much more serious and like the level. This is all leading up to Rogue One, so it's going to get realer as it goes on because the events lead to something serious.
I don't remember anything about Rogue One except that my first impression
was
that I didn't enjoy it that much. But maybe if I go back.
No. Wait till the show's over.
Wait till the show's over and go back and see.
That'd be perfect. Then you forgot. You're like, oh fuck, this is great now.
Yeah.
That might be the better way to watch Andor is all the way through ending with Rogue One.
The movie. Yeah, exactly.
But all right, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dig. Thank you, DJV in the comment section. Again, thank you, Jamie. Thank you, Trayvon. Thank you, Joel. And we all hate AJ. All right. See you guys same time, same place next week.
Ouch. I don't co-sign that message.
No, it's okay. It's saved.
No.